Now I request our member CA Ajay Mithoka ji to introduce CA Amit Kumar Kedia ji.
Thank you, Manish. Amit Kumar Kedia ji is a chartered accountant with almost 2 decades of specialized experience in finance, regulatory compliance, and strategic consultancy. As a professional, he advises entrepreneurs, corporates, and institutions on complex financial frameworks, regulatory structuring, and cross-border opportunities across India, evolving capital markets, and emerging financial ecosystem. His core competencies includes alternative investment funds, formation of funds, regulatory compliances, life cycle management, financial reporting and accounting, SEBI, IFSCA, international and cross-border advisory, IFSC Gift City, framework, FTAs, GCCS, ECBs, FDIs, FEMA, capital market and securities, REITs and SM REITs, InvITs, SME IPOs, SEBI compliance, real estate, RERA, acquisition structuring, labor law, land and allied laws, emerging innovations, tokenization, startup, social stock exchange, corporate advisory, forensic audit, financial due diligence, transaction advisory, litigation support, arbitration services. He has professionally contributed to the nation. Mr. Kedia provides strategic guidance to clients across diverse sectors, specializing in structuring complex transactions, fundraising initiatives, and regulatory compliance projects. His expertise spans real estate, fintech, manufacturing, and capital markets, including AIFs, helping organizations navigate India's intricate regulatory landscape while identifying cross-border opportunities. As a sought-after speaker, he regularly addresses industry and professional forums organized by ICAI, ICSI, ICAMI, CII, CREDAI, NAREDA and other premier institutions. His session focused on emerging regulatory frameworks, innovative fundraising strategies, and financial market developments. He is having certain publications and knowledge sharing sessions. Mr. Kedia has authored and co-authored books, research papers, and thought leadership articles on specialized topics, and his work has been published by ICI and leading industry publications, contributing to the advancement of professional knowledge in specialized financial domain. His work includes background material for the certificate course on compliance of IFSCA, fund management entities, regulations, listing opportunities at IFSC, GIFT IFSC, emerging hub for capital raising, cross-border investment, and tax-efficient structuring, GIFT IFSC, new opportunities for chartered accountants, guide on setting and practice of real estate consultancy, compliance, advisory, and evolving frontiers, real estate laws and RERA. These publications serve as authoritative reference material for professionals navigating India's international financial service center framework. Please welcome him with a round of thunderous applause. Now I request CA Pramod Agrawal.
Now I request our member CA Suresh Modi ji to offer a bouquet and utturiyo to Kedia ji. I request our member CA Adesh Jain ji to offer a memento to Kedia ji. Thank you, Modi ji. Thank you, Adesh ji. Now I request our chairman of this session, CA Sanjeev Sanghi ji, for his opening remarks.
Thank you so much, Manish, for this giving me this opportunity to start this opening session, which is a very important and relevant session. And let me tell you, in next 1.5 hours, like we were slashed by another 30 minutes, but we'll try to make it happen. In next 1.5 hours, to all the members who are sitting over here, let me assure that you will be definitely getting the best, the future of what is happening in the profession today and what are the opportunities we have in front. I'm really thankful to Central Calcutta, my own association, the chairman who is always smiling, Suresh Bhaiya, President Rajesh Kakaria ji, co-chairman Kamal Sarda ji, Sanjay Jain ji, and all the office bearers. I can also see the vice chairman of EIRC, Hariram Agarwal, past chairman Nitesh Moore, and I can see, like I'm not seeing right now, Subhash Bhaiya, who was also the past chairman of EIRC, and all the very, very energetic professionals who are sitting over here. Let me tell you, the profession is already changing a lot. And I want to applaud the thought and the process when I got a call from the conference committee that we wanted to design a session which will be the first session on GCC, on Gift City and on startups and how professionals today can take this as an advantage. Now that really brings up a very bright future. The way we have designed this session is, we'll have our opening remarks for maybe 20 minutes each one of us, where they will be sharing their entire thought process. And then we'll have another 30 minutes of panel discussions where I'll be having few questions for all the speakers, including me, because I'm also a speaker cum moderator as well. We are going to take up questions which can be as raw, as straight as possible, and we are going to engage that as much as possible. We'll try to wrap up this session maximum by 12:15 p.m. So that's the agenda for this. As a chairman, I'm sharing with you. So I want to start with the gift. Now let me tell you, when I talk about gift, we got a delegation twice to Ahmedabad. Let me just ask a question. How many of you have ever been to Gift City? Can I see a raise of hand? 1, 2, 3. So we as a chairman of Global Trade and Service Committee, we took this delegation to Gift City and we got 250 applications from different parts of the country. In fact, from Calcutta also we got 7 applications. We were able to take only 72 people because we don't had space, because we wanted them to visit different offices over there. That's the response. I can assure you in next 20 minutes, though it's not easy for Amit Kedia to wrap up in 20 minutes or 22 minutes, he's going to showcase what Gift City is all about and how each one of us as professionals is going to take that as an advantage. So without any more moment, I request Amit to please take it forward. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Till the time like the slide is there, we won't be wasting even a single second. I just would like to say 2 things as my opening remarks to every one of you. Today, next 20 minutes, I would be running super fast. So please don't take me that the gift is an opportunity of that super fast, first. Second, our institute have came up with many publications, detailed publications. So might be like reading them, going through them would going to help you in understanding to go deep dive into what Gift City is all about. The third request to each and every one of you is to put a note of IFSC as a code on Google and just try to visit half an hour or 45 minutes in evening when you have a spare time or tomorrow morning, and just go through the website of IFSC. So just to begin, I will request the team if like they can provide me a slide changer and the PPT on desk till So friends, what is gift? What is Gift City? There were 3 raise of hands who told that we have visited. I just tweak the question of Sangi ji and ask you once again, how many you have heard about IFSCA or Gift City? Not visiting, even heard about. So yeah, some more raise of hand. And did that knowing of what Gift City is or what IFSC didn't created a charm or didn't created a thought like where this place is, why should I not be there? If that is even came for a percent of level, my request would be another quarter, you should just make it that you should just go and visit that place. So friends, life gives us opportunity many times. In our CA profession, when we were studying, articleship was an opportunity to us. Once we have completed our chartered accountancy, there was another opportunity with us. Now there is absolutely entirely a different opportunity from scratch. If we think yesterday only we have started our chartered accountancy and yesterday only we have thought of going global, this is where the opportunity is all about. A absolutely new act which is consolidating all the regulators in terms of the banking, RBI, in terms of the security market, the SEBI, in terms of the insurance and pension. These all regulators are now came into one act. They are being represented under one act, and that one act is IFSC. That one act, IFSCA, is being provided, is being declared, is being passed by the Parliament of India in the similar manner as the other act of our profession which we are practicing, we are seeing in the similar manner. The IFSCA Act way back in 2019 got passed, and 2020 the authority came into place. So friends, the slide is there. So just we try to run through the slide. It would be a quick marathon. The slide, the PPT have been provided to the organizing team. Would request to please share the PPT to each and everyone. And so friends, why I was saying, if I want to go global, if I have just passed my chartered accountancy yesterday, this is a setu. GIFT is a setu for India towards the world. So now when I am moving out of the world or somebody is coming into India, GIFT would be the jurisdiction where they need to pass with. This is the basic fundamental, and this is all what is all is GIFT. In a similar manner, a new country is being developed. In a similar manner, a new jurisdiction is developed. In a similar manner, this jurisdiction is there in our country. Might be many of us have heard about, there is a Singapore which has been developed way back in 75, 80s. Some of us have heard like there is something called Dubai which has been getting developed at 90s, 95. But we didn't had a courage to put our step forward and going to that jurisdiction at that particular point of time. Youngsters might have seen the glamour what these countries are having, but they have not seen the development of this jurisdiction. Now friends, this is where I was talking about the lifetime opportunity with us is GIFT as a setu with us towards the world, towards the India. So anybody coming in India, maybe through their capital market, through the finance, would be routed through this. So this is a small map with the place where the GIFT is. It is there in Ahmedabad, between, you can say, a triangle between Ahmedabad, Gandhinagar and GIFT. This place is been around 800 acres, which is divided into two parts, that is the domestic tariff area and the special economic zone. 200 some yards, 250 yards is acres is special economic zone. We all know, we all have an idea what a special economic zone is. So similarly, this is a special economic zone. Now, in this special economic zone, if we see what is there? A zone within a zone. That is, if you see, this is India. Within India, there is gift city, and in the gift city, there is a small part that is the SEZ, Special Economic Zone, and the Special Economic Zone is being governed at IFSC, through IFSC. So if I say which is the head office of SEBI, we would going to say Mumbai. In the similar manner, which is the head office of IFSC, then it is the gift city SEZ. So that would going to make a clearance. What is the difference between gift city and IFSC? Moving forward, we have heard about and known about in terms of the special economic zone. Whenever a special economic zone comes in place, we think that it is some product which we are doing, trading, anything which is material. But here, friends, this is a very clear thing we need to understand. This special economic zone is in regards of financial products and financial services. That's it. Nothing over and out towards it. Only financial services and financial product. If we're going to remember this slide of financial service and financial product, we would not going to make any mistake at any point. And when we count on the word of financial, then who is the personality, who is the profession which comes on the top? That is the chartered accountants. And there where the importance of we as chartered accountants sitting in India is having, we are having an upper edge. Why I am saying an upper edge? Because it is not only the chartered accountants of India who would be enjoying this financial products and the financial services. Chartered accountants, the accountancy profession, the law profession across the world would be coming and enjoying this opportunity. But we would be having an upper edge of having there in this financial product and the financial services. So these are the financial products and services. I just quickly run and tell you. Securities, it is there. Depositories, foreign exchange, any currency, any contracts, insurance, in terms of any agreements, each and everything. You just imagine any of the financial product or any of the financial services which is in regards of those financial products. They all would be covered over here. This is a service which is there in terms of the financial services which are there. I'm not reading or not stopping here because like the material would be available to each and every one of you. These are the silent feature. Why gift? What gift is giving to me? This is the silent feature. There are multiple currency. So if I going to talk tomorrow, I am sitting in India, then would INR would be a notified currency towards it? Then the answer would be coming big no. I would be having tax efficiency. There is a place where the highest knowledgeable human capital is available to the country, to the world. That could be utilized from that. The cost effective capital in terms of the capital expenditure, if somebody goes and do capital expenditure at any part of the world, that would be far more higher. The cost effective capital in terms of the capital assets are available over here. So these are the benefits which the gift is providing as a silent feature. Why the emergency is emergence of gift city is coming, that we have understood and we have discussed previously. This is where, like I was telling, when we were just discussing, these all four regulators are being merged by the Act of Parliament way back 2019. So I am telling that I am just doing services, giving services in banking sector. So friends, I am just doing 1/4 of what gift is offering me. If I am saying that I am just doing insurance, then I am just doing 1/4. So you can imagine how big is the opportunity. I was telling going global. So it is, these opportunities does not exist for India or for the world or for the IFSC and together. It is combination of all three. So if I need to do any work from India to world or world to India or at IFSC, these opportunities would be available there itself. These are the areas which would be available in terms of the tax holidays, the STT, MAT, any fund across the world. If they come and relocate themselves, there would be no taxes. So many of the funds of India have gone to US, have gone to Singapore. Many of the startups have gone to these places. They have grown multiple folds. Had it been those startups been there in India itself, there would have been a big opportunity for the Indians, for the Indian diaspora. But now, what the government, way back when our Prime Minister, then Chief Minister have thought was, whatever have gone out of the country should be brought into. That was the prima facie thought. Now, it have been expanded. That if anything, anyone in the world wants to do, they can keep and take gift as their jurisdiction. So these are the added advantages which are there. There are relaxations which are there in the Companies Act in terms of the CSR, in terms of the annual returns, in terms of the accounting period. So there are amendments which are there into the Companies Act. In terms of the currencies, these are the 15 currencies which are notified. So tomorrow if I want to do any work in INR, I won't be doing, but if I want to do anything in dollars, yes, that is available. So there are 15 notified currencies which are there. Activities, these are the business activities in terms of the capital market. So if I want to do any capital market, any asset leasing, anything, these are the activities which are available to me. These are the common compliances. So tomorrow, if somebody thinks that I just need to go, I am sitting in Kolkata and can do business from GIFT, no, it would not be possible, because I need to set up my own office there. I need to have a principal officer, a key managerial person there. I need to have my operations there. If I think that, okay, I am doing my global business from Kolkata, now I just open an office for doing work just from Kolkata only, but just showing an office at IFSC, that will not going to work. We need to be physically present there to do the work. This is what is a big difference between Dubai, DIFC and the GIFT City. So in terms of the capital market, if we talk in India, we know like there are brokers, there are clearing members, there are stock exchanges, there is an ecosystem. Now, why I told that it's a different country, absolutely, which has been created. So friends, in capital market, all these 11 intermediaries would be required to be there. And one thing which would going to shock all of us would be these 11 intermediaries, what I am talking to you, is not that Indian 11 intermediaries are going to GIFT. A intermediary, a broker from US looking forward to work internationally can come and open their shops at IFSCA. Stock exchange, Luxembourg Stock Exchange wants to open their branch at GIFT, they can come and open. So you can imagine how big is the opportunity. Tomorrow a company which is listed at US. So we all know what happened with Infosys. Infosys have gone and got listed at US way back in 90s. Now in the similar manner, the companies across the world, across the stock exchange which are listed, can come and do a dual listing over here. If I don't want to get my IPO done in Singapore, but I want to get my IPO done at GIFT, I can do my IPO at GIFT, raise my capital in Sing dollar. I need not to raise capital in INR or any other dollar. I can raise my capital in Sing dollar, deploy that capital maybe at Singapore or any part of the world. Indians can participate on that. The world can participate. The accumulation of the capital would going to happen there. I need a follow-on public issue. Anything else? That is all what is available there. We can say anything which we are seeing across the world in capital markets, maybe bond issuance, maybe equity issuance, each and everything is possible, and it's been done there at IFSCA. So these are the foreign currencies, the tenures. Again, in terms of the account opening, which entity can do, which an NRI can do. So tomorrow, if a person sitting in Dubai thinks that I don't want to keep my money in Dubai because Dubai is now under turmoil, then they can open their account at IFSCA. They need not to convert their money into INR. The money, because INR is not a notified currency, they would going to keep their money in dirham only, and they would going to get far more better returns what they would be getting if they have done or have kept that money at India. So these are the opportunities which are being created for the NRIs, account opening. Fund management industry, again, absolutely entirely. There are 300 funds from Abu Dhabi, funds from Dubai, funds from Mauritius, US. You name the country, there are 300 funds, and they all are now present in IFSC. We know like how big is the fund industry in Luxembourg, how big is the country Luxembourg. Similar thing is going now with us in our country. This gift jurisdiction is not in terms of land in India. It is very much there. Land is very much there, but in terms of regulation, it is not in India. It is outside India. So many of the fund industry, maybe family fund, alternative investment funds, ETFs, they all are coming and opening their shops. Funds like they are accumulating their funds across the world and they are investing in China. You can just imagine what is happening. People from Singapore, US, all are coming, accumulating their money, and then they are investing in China. These type of activities are there. Now, this is the most important aspect, which is the ancillary services. We as chartered accountants, whatever services we are providing in India or to our global clients can be provided, can be given at IFSCA. We can do our own accounting services, bookkeeping services, taxation services. They all are available. We can open our firm there at IFSCA. So thank you very much for your patient listening. Friends, again, with a disclaimer, it was too quick. Gift City is not so small. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We are not going up the stage. We are just starting from here so that the panel discussion can go on time. But just to give you two important inputs, we'll go with the more question answers later. One is this BATF. Maybe we'll cover that in the panel discussion, where IFC has allowed banking, accounting, taxation, and finance as a service. And there's so much of opportunities for us to take our client to Gift City, to take ourselves to Gift City, and a lot of accounting firms are moving out there. So we are planning one more delegation to Gift City. So anybody who is interested, just let me know, and we will take you and actually give you that access of how you can actually take this as an opportunity on Gift City. But before moving forward, let's welcome Vikram Pandya, who is going to talk about something very, very interesting on startup, of how each and every professional can take up startup as an opportunity, followed by me talking on a very important subject on GCC, Global Capability Center, which I am chairing right now as a committee chairman. Over to you, Vikram.
So good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to discuss more around how the world of startup can be a new opportunity for chartered accountants in general, whether it is a startup that you are working in or it is a startup of your own. And I have a unique perspective because I have been a banker in first half of my career. I have been advisor in the second half, as well as I have been part of, let's say, how the regulator works. And I have been now investing into startups, right? So I'm able to give you that 360-degree perspective in terms of how you as a chartered accountant can look into these new opportunities and grab it with both the hands, and why it is the right time for you to look into this. So mainly whenever we talk about CA as a profession, we are all aware that we have to do a lot of grunt work, right? And most of us, for that grunt work, we hire articles, we get people who can do that part as well. It is required, that grunt work is required. But what happens because of that grunt work is that unfortunately, the scale that you want, you can't achieve quickly, right? And not only that, the cost that you want to achieve or cost saving that you want to achieve at a scale is also not possible. Because of AI, the way large language models and the automation can help anyone and everyone to automate all the workflows and identify how you can get the same things done more effectively. You are able to suddenly look at the new opportunities which otherwise was not present. So for example, very quickly if you look at, right, so you have, in a way, if you don't use AI, most of your time, like 80% of the time, and this is the research report published in scientific and like journals which are available, you can clearly see that couple of years back, around 80% of the time was spent in those repetitive tasks. And today, I'm not even talking about future, I'm talking about today, most of the tasks, like 40 to 60% is getting automated by big to medium sized firm. Now, when you look at the bell curve, at least for India, right, you have volume-wise, if you look at the data from real research that has happened, most of the data points suggest that these large firms can do automation because they possess those resources. But interestingly, because of AI today, not only those large firms, but also medium-sized and small-sized firms can afford automation. And look at some of the plans which are available. Today, all these foundational models are giving you subsidized plans because they are trying to establish their own models in the market. And because of that, you are getting at $20 or maybe $100 per month, which is a price of, in a way, a BCom graduate. And when you think about it, why this automation really works well is that you are looking at a scenario where chartered accountants like you and me can focus on the problem-solving skill. And those problem-solving skill can be really, really useful. So what I wanted to highlight is that what can be automated and what can be your own focus that you can create and nurture as a skill, right? Let's look at some of the areas which AI is already automating. Whether it is GST and TDS reconciliation, invoice, data extraction, bank reco that you normally do, standard financial report that you prepare, and on the other side, all this advisory related where the person can put that experience that you already have, right? That gut feeling that you normally have, which AI, at least today, is not able to demonstrate. Those are the things which are very human in nature. Networking, distribution, all those things only we can do right now. Which means that things which AI can do will possess lower premium and the things that we can do possess higher premium. So why I'm talking about this, and again this is a PPT available later. So what I will focus on in next 10 minutes is around what are the new roles that you can easily do, and I will demonstrate to you that yes, this is where you need to really work. Otherwise, you will not be a person who will be replacing AI, but AI will be replacing you. Right. Let us look at a simple demonstration here. Right. So, if I were to just show you one simple example of how AI, whether it is automation by some developer or not, how you are involved in that. So let's look at one example here. I hope it is visible to everyone. This is one agent called intelligent document processing. You can ask any document, any question, right? Now, when you put @ sign, you can see all the documents which are already available, and I'm selecting Cortex standalone financial statement. When I ask question, of course, it provides you the answer after analysis. But where CA's role really come into is that how it is calculating it. And not only that, the UI UX part, which so far a front-end engineer used to do, right? Under this UI UX really is very different, because it is not only about how the look and feel should be, it is more about how the provenance, how the audit trail should be. And as you can see, whatever is here is extracted data, and extracted data you can also verify it is coming from a particular part of the document versus computed data which is coming like this, right, with a code sign. Now, if you know, LLMs are very notorious for hallucinating when there is a computation involved, right? Which means that as a chartered accountant, we should know the shortcomings of AI, and then we should be creating solutions by considering those shortcomings and creating a solution which shows and proves that LLM has not hallucinated, correct? So in this case, I can verify with a proper proof that, look, this is the deterministic code which has been run, not a probabilistic, because LLMs are probabilistic in nature. Similar to that, when we talk about getting answer from knowledge bases, right? Here also, if you look at the role of traditional UI UX engineer would have been very different. But the moment chartered accountant comes into picture, and chartered accountant looks at how I want the output to appear and how I want provenance to appear, audit trail to appear, you can clearly see that the question that, let's say, I'm asking right here, and the answer that it is giving is along with all the fragments which are taken out of respective act, rules, case studies, and based on that, it has given entire provenance that I have looked at all these different segments, and after looking at this, I found this is the answer. So again here, you are looking at completeness of the data. You are looking at whether the data is coming based on the source that you have provided, and it is not hallucinating, right? Because ultimately, you are the person who are supposed to answer to whoever is asking that, do you have a proof that it is not hallucinating? So you have now a proof that, look, I have taken this data, it is coming exactly from here at this page, this paragraph, and based on that, you can prove that, look, this is how it is coming. Now, let's assume even if you are in some other industry, like investment, analysis, etc., right? AI can really help you understand and build upon your current understanding, right? So here, if you look at, I have created for myself kind of an evolution map for all the different VC-related operations that one needs to do, right? And when we look at it, it is not replacing human being here, but however, when you understand the problem solving, when you start by understanding how some of these tools like Claude Code or Codex from OpenAI works, you just need to prompt it, test it out, and make sure that it is fulfilling the requirement that you have. So your role has become more and more like a quality control and tester, where you can code indirectly, not directly, indirectly using tools, but the exhaustive testing that you do ensures that the functionality is working as intended. And here, for example, right, so AI-assisted auditing, how the entire evolution started. So you can see the earlier days, what was the starting point, then the second cycle, what happened within that, and then third cycle, fourth cycle. I can then understand the entire evolution of a particular business trend. Now, it is not that I am replacing my thought process. I am not trying to accumulate what we call as a cognitive debt. As a chartered accountant, most of us think that, look, we know better any which ways. We have learned so many things. But it is more about collaborative working, which means that you should acknowledge that while you possess the real world experience and expertise, you may miss certain things. which AI can resurface, right? You may get certain insights which AI can only give, right? Now just imagine somebody like me who is able to create this sort of tools that you are able to see would have been impossible if it was pre-generative AI era, right? If you know what you are doing and if you learn and practice properly, you can also generate very, very powerful tools which otherwise requires, let's say, minimum 1 crore of investment and a tech team working with you. And then any change management that you require, you know how difficult it is, right? That whatever change you require, you need to tell them, they will charge for that change request, and then it will take another 6 months to implement sometimes. With AI, you can rapidly iterate, reiterate, and get whatever you want, right? This is the most powerful thing. Now, another quick thing which I wanted to highlight is that look at a way in which you can envisage what kind of future you can operate in, right? This is a CA operating system, for example, and I have created this CA operating system with all the different tools that typically someone may want, right? And you have all these applications. So imagine that you are getting into office as a solo entrepreneur or proprietor. You have your own operating system which allows you to generate invoices. You have your co-pilot, which is command center, which does everything so that there is zero learning curve. You don't need to do anything. So your co-pilot does whatever you want. You can ask questions, it can run applications, it can build applications, it can automate things, it can give you compliance calendar. For example, you have end-to-end clarity about what exactly is that you want to achieve. And based on that, you can also create on your own automated applications and tasks that you want. Now, this is the vision only CA can possess because you are working day in and out. You are doing that thing on your own and you know the pain point that you are facing, right? So why I am showing you all those things? Because ultimately, whenever you are looking at and you are thinking that, no, I can't do it. I require tech co-founder or I require tech talent. No longer you need that. It is more like that you need to know how to apply your own knowledge and how to prompt in a way that works better for these tools, right? And I'm sure most of you have used certain tools which are available in the market, but it is more about applying yourself and trying out certain automations that you can do on your own. You start small and then you go big, right? So with this, again, we have multiple slides available. You can go through them later. But I wanted to share something which you cannot Google, something which you cannot just read, right? Something which in this era of Gen AI, only a human can share, which is more about an experience, right? And this is what I'm trying to share with you that, look, somebody like me who can do it, even you can do it. It is just that you need to also go through that learning curve, right? Thanks for your time. See you. Questions will be later covered.
So there will be a lot of questions. Please, we'll have a lot of time for the questions for sure. But Vikram, I'm really impressed with this operating system for chartered accountants, and we'll all wanted to look forward to see more of that happening. But if you've seen these two speakers who have spoken before me on Gift City and on how we can use AI and actually help startup grow. I think that's the most important thing. In both the concept, what we have seen is chartered accountants today are very much involved, not just in getting your compliance work done, but also very relevant in advisory on how you can build a tech-based company, how you can save your taxes, how you can open offices across the world, how you can bring money to the country, how you can set up different exchanges. So the role has gone beyond compliance. The role today is, when we talk about AI, yes. Yeah, it started? Yeah. So role has gone to the next level. Now, the third very important opportunity which has been discussed and which I'm going to share in next 15 minutes is on the Global Capability Center. Now, I'll just give you a very broad understanding of this. This is right now, if I say India today in the 5th position or 6th position is going to be the largest economy of the world. Please hear to me very carefully. This is one drive wherein we as chartered accountants are going to take India as the largest economy of the world. This is what GCC is all about. Now, what is GCC? Anybody who can give me a reference or any name which you think, any company which you know, which you can say it's a GCC? Anyone? Yes, sir. Your firm is a GCC, yes. I will slightly differ on that. You are looking forward to become a GCC, but not currently a GCC. That is what we are discussing today. So basically, today we have more than 2,100 GCC operating in the country. And I'll give you real data and statistics beyond that. And more than 100,000 chartered accountants, 100,000 chartered accountants are working in these GCC, either as an employee or as a founder or as a tech player. So let me quickly share with you why this is important. If you talk about all the big fours, you talk about Accenture, you talk about Emphasis, you talk about Sun Pharma, you talk about any company anywhere in the world, any company anywhere in the world looking to establish their system, their accounting operations, their manufacturing operations, their service operation, their sales operation in our country with that same brand and the same process, that is called a GCC. What used to happen is we used to outsource the work. So the worldwide, what used to happen, Australia, Canada, America, all these countries used to outsource the work to India. There was no control system. There was no SOP. There was no brand image building. Which means, right, just Sushil Bhaiya has said, sir, tax people is your brand. So let's say you open a company in US and you want that same SOP to be followed in India, or he opens a company in Philippines, or in Bhutan, or in Sri Lanka, and he want that whatever SOP, whatever system, whatever discipline, whatever culture and whatever brand, it is only about tax people. Sir, baad mein main charge kar lunga. That has to be given over there. That's a GCC which you are going to establish in that particular city and country. A capability center, a strategic capability center which you are establishing in our country with many, many reasons behind it. And that's where chartered accountants are going to play a very important role. A very, very good news to all of you. West Bengal is now coming up with their own GCC policy which was never there. We are in talk with them. We had been in talk, yes, that's a big news. And what is the GCC policies all about? Why do state ministers want GCC policies? They give subsidies, they give incentives, they give tax subsidies because they want foreign organizations to come to Bengal and set up over here. So state ministers provide these GCC policies. What is your role over there? Which was the question now. We are going to help them set up. We are going to get money for them. We are going to plan their taxes. We are going to get people from them. We are going to do all the compliances. We are going to do all the strategic functions. These are the areas which we can work upon, and only chartered accountants are working in this particular domain. You go and travel to all the global summits which we are organizing. We are going to organize more than 50 summits today. I was in UK just 2 weeks back, and before that I was in US. The whole world is looking for we as chartered accountants because we are going to serve the accounting for the entire world. This is the current figure. If you see, when I say the largest economy is going to be done by India and by GCC, 2,117 GCCs are there today. And each and every GCC has got minimum 500 to 50,000 people working in one single GCC, appointing more than 2.36 million. And can you tell me the city which has got the highest number of GCC? Any idea? Ahmedabad? Okay, anyone else? Hyderabad, yes. Hyderabad today, it used to be Bangalore. Now Hyderabad has taken up the leap and is having hosting the highest number of GCCs today. You go and see Hyderabad all over, huge building with 30 floors, 40 floors, 50 floors, all managed and operated by chartered accountant. And this is what is going to come to Bengal today. Are we ready for it? The new Bengal, which we are talking about in next 3 to 5 years, will be having hundreds of GCC coming up over here, appointing more than millions of people, and more than 5,000 chartered accountants will be required to work in this ecospace. That's my, thought with you. This is the $98 billion industry today. And look at how we can start this. We can start with something called shared services, to a global capability and to an enterprise transformation hubs. There are two different important models in this. One is COCO and one is COPO. What is COCO model is company owned and company operated, which means you have nothing to do on that. You are basically running the enterprise. It is company owned. Basically, if a Vodafone or if let's say there is a company in US, if Apple wants to set up an office in West Bengal, maybe some particular function, let's say a repairing unit, let's say a strategic unit they want to set up in West Bengal, and they have given you that contract and you are just operating that with their brand, company owned, company operated. That is one GCC. The second important opportunity is COPO model, which is more interesting for us, which is company owned and partner operated, where you become their partner and you are basically taking care of all these functions. And so this is how the whole thing is going to go. And as rightly said by Vikram Pandya ji, the role has changed. The role has changed. All the compliances, like we can give you a lot of seminars, sessions, on agentic AI, on many things. Gone are the days where we are really busy on getting all of this done. I can share a lot of initiative which Institute is doing today, but we don't have that much time. But let me tell you, in next couple of years, all these compliances, if I say who is going to be the bank accounting for the future, who is going to be your accountant for the future? Anyone? Actually, I've given the answer already. It's the bank who is going to be your accountant. Bank? Yes. Bank is going to do all your accounting, all your client accounting, sir, in next 3 to 5 years. Listen to this very carefully. Because they have all your data. They have all your vendors. They only need to know your GL code. They will going to come to you as a service to say, we are going to produce the trial balance. We are going to do the financial statement for you. This is how things are changing. Are they going to charge for that? They will provide that free of cost to open an account, sir. This is how challenges are going to come up. Compliances are going to get all automated. I'm not scaring anyone. I'm just saying what the world is doing today. Triple entry system we are working on. I'm working with Ministry of Engineering and Telecommunication right now on getting into a system of triple entry system of accounting. Now we all heard about single entry and double entry, right? Now what is that triple entry? Anyone? Suresh bhai unko chocolate खिलाएंगे. Anyone who can say what is that triple person? तीसरा बंदा कौन है? एक डेबिट हो गया, एक क्रेडिट हो गया. Yes? नहीं. Is that blockchain. Now what is we doing today? The whole time what are we busy with? Me giving Suresh Bhaiya 10,000 rupees. He records in his book कि संजीव भाई से 50,000 मिला है. आपने रिकॉर्ड कर लिया. नहीं, मैं 5,000 बोलने जा रहा था, फिर मैं बोला भैया चेयरमैन है, मौका दिए. तो उन्होंने रिकॉर्ड किया 50,000, मैंने रिकॉर्ड किया 10,000. पूरा जिंदगी हम उसकी रिकंसिलिएशन कर रहे हैं. राइट? That is all going to go away because under blockchain, that third party is the blockchain. There will be a record and a trail of that transaction which is going to go over there, where even if he wants, he cannot change the transaction without my approval. So once this gets implemented, imagine the entire reconciliation industry is going to go away. Talk about GST reconciliations, talk about vendor reconciliation, talk about financial reconciliation. All the reconciliations are going to go away because today all the land records are under blockchain and the financial transactions are slowly going to get in the blockchain. So I'm just quickly taking one or two more slides. So this is BOT. If most of us are looking for what we need to do in GCC is a BOT model, a very simple straight cut model which says if a company you have a connect which says I want a BOT model, I want to build, operate and transfer. I want a setup of 100 people who is going to do this, I'm going to give you the SOP. I'm going to identify the space. I'm going to identify and build the property. I'm going to get the team, train them, get them working, and then transfer the ownership back to them. This is an opportunity which we are talking, a huge opportunity, a complete build, operate, and transfer model. So yes, this is the future which we all are talking about, and this is possible. We are going to discuss in the panel discussion of how we are going to take this journey forward. What is that first step we are going to take to get to that level, wherein we talk about audit, tax compliance to GCC setup, transactional billing to all this managed. We are coming up with this global professional service maturity model. Now what is that model is basically a set of 200 questions, wherein you ask a question that do I have this, do I have that? And if you say no to those answers, it will help you so that you can understand and you can evaluate how much globally ready you are. We are taking the delegations across. I welcome Achal Kapoor. Please come. Big round of applause for us, sir. Speaker, aaya aapke. So this is how the whole thing is going to change. The entire ecosystem. Today, chartered accountants are not anymore looked over as Munimjis. They are looking over as a strategic advisor, a person who can really lead the organization, really make things happen. And this is how things have been changing completely. This AI landscape, we have already covered that from Vikram. All the professionals today, when I started this Aura, today for 100 rupees, how many of you know about Aura? Can I see a raise of hand? Sushil bhaiya ko sab pata hai. But the sad part is, और किसी को नहीं पता. Today, more than 35,000 students have taken benefits of Aura, which is an AI course for students. Online है सर, 100 रुपये देने आपको. Aura ICI आप टाइप करो, अपने बच्चे को एनरोल करो और उनको सर्टिफिकेट मिलेगी. एंड अगर आपकी वो बच्चे वापस आके ऑफिस को ऑटोमेट करते हैं, द बेनिफिट गोज टू यू. One of the person who has recorded that Aura lecture was Sumit Bihani, वो यहाँ पे बैठा हुआ है. So this is how we have recorded this lecture. Please make sure that all your office team members, take the benefit of Aura, which is an initiative of BOS operations. So this is how the whole world now today is getting into this evolution of how. This is the last slide. It says the chartered accountants of today and tomorrow will not merely audit global business. Let me repeat this word. If we say that we are responsible, we have that trust to sign a balance sheet, audit a balance sheet today and tomorrow, let me assure that we will have a $100 billion decision जब हम लेने होंगे ना सर. जब किसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को $1 billion का डिसीजन लेना होगा, वो हमारा सिग्नेचर मांगेगा. That's the thought process, a thought process of entrepreneurship, a thought process of going beyond, a thought process of changing the mindset, a thought process of going beyond numbers is what we are looking for. We are looking for sustainability, we are looking for ESG, we are looking for transfer pricing, international taxation, M&A and litigation, and that's where the profession is going today. My request to all of you is to please travel, meet people, go to conferences, try to network with people around the country, and that will help you a lot to get more visions, more clarity on how we can take our profession forward. With that, thank you so much, and I invite both the speakers on the dais so that we can have a very, very good question-answer session. Thank you. All right, so we'll be having a very, very fiery question answer so that each and every one can get immensely benefited out of it. We had spoken about, and can we have more microphones over here? So at any point of time, if anyone has questions, they can simply ask question. Otherwise, I'll continue the question. We'll do it for next 10 minutes, and then we'll wrap up. Maximum 10 minutes. Yes, Sumit.
So my question was to Utkarsh that the last movie which you showed was amazing. So if you can just quickly give a brief that what was it built on? Or
Sure, sure. So, of course, that tool was built on Cloud Code only. It is a tool that you can also like access to. But the idea here is that it is more about the vision that you can possess, right? It is more about how you want that experience to work as a chartered accountant yourself. So that is how it was done. So you can build, and to be frank, right, and I can show you that it was built in 5 hours.
Great. So I have a question for Amit. Like when I was meeting Raja Raman, who is the chairman of IFC, and he was talking about that we have came up with such a wonderful opportunity related to BATF, and how chartered accountant, we have opened doors for chartered accountant, and we are not finding many firms who are coming up over here. What are your thoughts on this, one? And the second is, we as a council member has worked on mirror firms, which has already been approved in the council. How will that be a benefit to many firms of our country?
Thank you, Sanjeev ji, for asking this question, which is very important for we all professions. So I just take the advantage first. So tomorrow, if we say that we would be earning our professional fees similarly like what we are earning in India, and for next 20 years, out of 25 years, any 20 consecutive years, that earning would not be taxed. So like I think so each and everybody would be happy to access this opportunity. In addition, like there would be many other advantages which or benefits, subsidies which would be given by the state government, then it would be like icing on the cake. So from this background, if I am giving advisory to global entities, I am creating my books or doing the services in India and shift those workings and provide the taxation services, provide the bookkeeping services at GIFT IFSCA, then it would be I as a professional would be present in a foreign jurisdiction. So maybe like sitting at Singapore, providing services to the world. So now I'm just bringing that Singapore to GIFT and providing the same services to world with a cost-effective solution, because all my employees would be Indian, all would be chartered accountants or the mix of that. So it would be a cost-effective human capital along with the cost-effective capital which is there. So giving these services, what I am giving to global from GIFT is what the opportunity of BATF is providing, all the bookkeeping taxation services. Now, why and how? Me as a chartered accountant, the second part of the question in terms of the mirror image. So I being a chartered accountant, being a partner in a firm in India, cannot become a partner in a foreign jurisdiction entity, in a foreign jurisdiction chartered accountant firm. Now, with the amendment our Honorable Council have brought into place, if I am a partner in both the entities, entity which is there in India, my existing entity, and the entity which is there at any part of the world, which includes GIFT City, because GIFT City IFSCA not a part of India. So if I am there partner in that entity which is incorporated GIFT City, then in terms of understanding that I don't take a dual partnership, which was not allowed previously, that has been gone away. So net I could be partner in both the firm, and whatever the points, whatever in terms of CAGA, bank audit, nothing would be affected from being partner in both the entities.
Well, just to add, it's an excellent question. Guys, please give a big round of applause to him. Thank you. Just to answer this, one more additional data is if you have a firm in India, Let's say you have a CA firm, you can just copy and paste that in Gift City. But that setup, the operations should be completely independent and the empanelment will not be lost. So that's the decision which the council has taken. We'll get more details. It's going to come up because we are now setting up with MSS to create that entity. And once that happens, your existing firm with your branches across the country, you can still open an office in Gift City and the empanelment over here will not be disturbed. Coming back to Vikram, sir,
Yeah.
the change which we are talking about, transition from this stage to a level where we are talking. Sorry, sir?
I have a question to Amit.
Please, sir. Please, sir.
Amitji, this is a good concept you have presented GCC. I learned of GCC. It is in Gujarat, launched almost 15 years before. Why it is not repeated in any other state? What is the reason it is not taken up by any state of the country?
So first and formally, the 15-year have definitely been taken, but effectively it was 2019 when it was passed. The IFSCA Act got passed through the Parliament. 2020 was the period when the authority got formed, and effectively it's like being 6 years. And it's just 24 hours before our Honorable Finance Minister have came with a very major change in terms of relocating the mirror fund management which is happening in Singapore, Mauritius, Luxembourg to GIFT IFSC. Definitely things are a bit slow, but we should understand and we should know, like Singapore took 40 years to come to this position. Luxembourg was there, the crown of Europe fund management. Dubai took 35-40 years. We are starting from the scratch. We have kept the first brick by ourselves. All the regulations are being created absolutely new. Where is the biggest opportunity lies? There are a lot of amendments which comes. So they are a flexibility in terms of listing. With all this, we need to be futuristic, we need to be positive, and 10 years, 15 years down the line, when we are seeing Viksit Bharat, it would going to play a very big role.
And there's
towards
still
it.
a lot of
It-
things to happen
After
over
20
there.
years, I have nothing to worry for that. That
Nahi,
means
nahi, aram se,
after
sir.
20 years, I am not going
Yes,
to
yes,
be
yes,
in the
yes.
here.
So
Any other state not repeated that you agreed?
No,
Reason
any-
I wanted to know.
So the point is, why on any other state, like let this baby grow up, then the repetition, and when we go and see the world, every country have only single international financial service center except US, which have 2. So all these developed countries are also having single international financial service center.
Thank you so much, sir. I hope that answers your question because still there is lot of opportunities available over there. But unless and until we all don't go over there and see what are the opportunities available, I think a lot of questions will still come up. But coming back to Vikram, many chartered accountants are still struggling with a very important word which is called hallucination. And let me ask you this question that, we had been working on books and knowledge and we used to believe in that. We used to have that Income Tax Act 1961, right? And that was like a Bible to us, and each and every word, letter, comma, and full stop we used to remember, ratify, and ensure that that is the ultimate Bible. We had that perception, and now we are going back into this AI, and we expect that same thing to happen. And that comes up with something other than that, and that brings a lot of dissatisfaction. How to resolve this hallucination issue?
So I was just showing that part only as an example which I was showing on the intelligent document processing, right? Now when we talk about grounded answers or grounded responses, it is more about how can you ensure that only the corpus that you are giving is considered, nothing outside of it is considered, and how do you make sure that not only that one page, because sometimes what happens, you have interconnected or interrelated documents. So Income Tax Act needs to be seen with Income Tax rules, then it needs to be seen with the case laws which are there, for example, right? which means that you need to look at multiple different documents in, not in isolation, but in association. Now, that is where you have the new tools which are coming, or new frameworks which are coming, like GraphReg or Page Index, which are giving 98.7% accurate responses across 1 million queries, for example, right? Now, when we talk about this sort of accuracy, the idea here is that any which ways, when you are giving the response, you are checking, right? That I know that I am taking from this page and that page, and you are verifying. Here also, the same thing happens. It tells you I'm taking from this para, these are the things that I'm taking, and the cross reference is made with that. Unless until you ground, the responses will be, let's say, outside the corpus, and you don't want to then trust that response, because that can be from anywhere, and the hallucination rate goes up. Okay, so that was the answer. But one more thing which I would like to very quickly add is that, look, when we talk about, even when you were talking about triple entry accounting system for that matter, right? So when we look at the new technology, these are the tools which are available to us. And when we talk about new opportunities for everyone in general, you have connected banking, you have agentic commerce, which is now emerging, right? And when we talk about all these things, CA's role is going to be there everywhere. Whether it is in blockchain-led accounting, when we talk about, whether it is connected banking, where again you spoke about that banks doing the accounting and the GLs are integrated and directly you are doing the accounting, and financing also is directly coming to your ERP itself, right, if you want to. So all those new opportunities which comes with the new technology, but you need to remember that these are the ingredients. The final recipe is what you need to prepare. And the best recipe that you can prepare is something which can work with whatever you want, right, and your objective. So that is the skill set you need to possess and cultivate over the period of time. Thanks.
So just, he has given a word called connected banking. How many of you actually following connected banking? Can I see a raise of hand? Why am I asking this question? Because these things becomes very, very important. What we are used to is, हमने बैंक से एक पेमेंट किया, एक वेंडर को 1000 रुपया, उसका फिर हमने स्टेटमेंट निकाला और फिर जाके हमने कोई अकाउंटिंग सॉफ्टवेयर में एंट्री की. दैट इज नॉट कनेक्टेड सिस्टम ऑफ बैंकिंग. अभी क्या हो गया सर, जैसे ही आपने 1000 रुपये का पेमेंट किया किसी को, आपकी बैक एंड में ट्रांजैक्शन एंट्री अपने आप हो जा रही है. दैट इज कॉल्ड कनेक्टेड बैंकिंग. व्हेन आई सेड बैंक इज गोइंग टू बी द अकाउंटेंट फॉर द फ्यूचर, ये प्रोसेस शुरू हो गया. सो यू डोंट नीड टू डू डबल प्रोसेस. एक बार आप पेमेंट कर रहे हो, फिर उसकी स्टेटमेंट निकाल रहे हो, फिर जाके आप अकाउंटिंग सॉफ्टवेयर में एंट्री कर रहे हो. इट्स ऑल कनेक्टेड, इट्स ऑल रिकंसाइल्ड. So it's like multiple things happening together, which you had been doing 4-5 actions to do that particular transaction can happen at a single click.
And you know, just to add, right, invoice discounting, PO financing, everything can happen directly because it is connected.
Yes. So just to sum up this entire session, if you have any questions, otherwise I'll have just one last question for both of them. No more questions from the audience? Okay.
Thank you.
So one question for both of you, sir. We talk about Gift City. We see this as a great opportunity, and I want the answer to be very crisp. We see this as a great opportunity. What is the first step we need to take to get into this domain, and how we can evolve from there? Same goes for you.
Just go to IFSCA website, devote 2 to 3 hours and find out one opportunity. There are 35 opportunity hosted on it.
Thank you, Amit. Same goes for you.
Yeah, so I'm assuming not for Gift City, but for upskilling or even making sure that what you can do, right? So when we think about it, I would say, look, you don't need to do anything. Just record your screen in terms of whatever you are doing. Take that screen recording, go to AI Studio from Google, upload that recording, and get the detailed step-by-step process, copy-paste that, and generate a skill using Claude Code or any tool which supports skill, and you have automated your task just by recording your screen. That's it. You can start with that small step and you can see the result yourself.
That's a brilliant answer. Like, if whatever you are doing, you can just start the screen recording, take a record of that and put that in Google AI Studio, and that will generate your own agentic AI, which is going to work on that regularly. So that's the first step you can take. The most important thing before we conclude this session is, let's start thinking beyond. Again, I say, it's like not going to happen in one day, but yes, the change which we wanted to bring in ourselves, in our profession, is what we are going to talk today. These topics can be dealt for the entire day, for 2 days. We have tried to sum up in maximum 1.5 hours, but I want to thank the organizers to ensure that these kind of topics are discussed in an annual conference, and we will be happy to answer questions more offline. With that, thank you all so much for having a patient gaming. Thank you.
Now I request Gopal Sonika to offer vote of thanks.
ज्ञान के दीप से नए रास्तों को दिखलाया है आपने, मुश्किलों को समेट कर चलना सिखाया है आपने. With this, I, on behalf of the Central Kolkata Chartered Accountants Association, extend my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed speakers for making this session on GCC, startups and Gift City an absolute masterclass. Specifically thanking to all the dignitaries, to Sanjeev Sanghi sir, to Vikram Pandya sir, to Amit Kedia sir. Sir, while thank you would be a small term for the discussions that to the knowledge that you have given, but I have noticed a very unique thing in this session, sir. So Sanjeev sir, you spoke about the revival of the West Bengal economy or the GCCs. So sir, your name comes from the word Sanjeevani, which means to bring back the life. Sir, Vikram sir, you spoke about the startups. The word Vikram comes from the word Parakram, which means bravery, and I think the startup industry is the industry where the people need to be brave. That is and it also reflects the victory. Sir, Amit sir, you spoke about the Gift City, and the word Amit refers to boundaryless. Gift City, sir spoke about lot of opportunities, endless opportunities. So I think the session was suited according to your names also. Thank you so much, all of you, for this wonderful session. Thank you all.
Jai Shri Ram. Let's start the second session of today's conference with a new tone. Friends, please have a seat. Please take your seats for the second session. The topic for the session is opportunity in GST litigations. For this, we have the best speakers. We have Sushil G. Goyal, the chairman of this session. We have Achal Kapoor ji, expert speaker on this session. May I both of you to please come on the dais. Sushil ji. Again, Nitesh ji Moore, our conference committee member and past chairman of AIRC. Please come on the desk. Thank you, sir. Now requesting our committee member Ramotarji Joshi. Ji, please come forward. And introduce our chairman session chairman, Sushil ji Goyal. Please.
Thank you, Samaria ji. C.A. Sushil Kumar Goyal, a partner in PKMS and associate, is practicing in the field of service tax and GST over 3 decades. Now mainly related to handling appeals at the level of Commissioner Appeals and CSET Tribunal. He authored few handbooks known as GST guides. He has since 2007 to 2017, 10th edition of the book has been published. He is known for sending service tax GST tips over past 10 years on regular basis. He is serving as editor of monthly GST bulletin named as Tax Talk since 2012. Served as a member of Central Council of ICAI for 3 terms for the period 2016 to 2025. He is associated with various organizations in various capacities. He is regular speaker on GST in various programs organized by professional and business organizations and television. I request all of you to please welcome Sushil Goyal ji with big applause.
Thank you, sir. Now, may I request R.B. Dukania ji to please come on the floor and offer bouquet and Uttrio to our session chairman. Again, requesting my dear friend Manoj ji Beriwal to please come forward and offer a memento to the session chairman. Hi, sir. Sushil ji. Thank you, sir. Now may I request Jagdish ji Bagri to please come on the floor for the introduction of our today's speaker, Achal ji Kapoor.
Thank you. Today we have a speaker for this session. We have CA powerhouse in the field of indirect taxation with over 15 years of practice. A BCom gold medalist, she is a celebrated national speaker on GST and law and an impaneled special auditor with CGST. Her expertise is heavily relied upon by the government, serving as a faculty trainer for Nasin as well as Punjab SGST and CGST officers. She is also a prolific author for ICAI and various allied journals. We are honored to have her with us today. Welcome, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Jagdish ji. May I request Annu Agrawal ji to please come on the floor and offer the bouquet and Uttrio to our today's speaker. Ma'am, please.
Yes. Sir, you can join.
Again, may I request BL Garg ji. Please, sir, come forward for offering a memento to our today's speaker. One second, ma'am.
Sir, if you
Hi.
please join for the memento, that will be great session, sir. Sir.
So with this, the tone is set for our today's topic, opportunity in GST litigation. It's a taxation part, and notably, the Mahabharata and Arthashastra dictate the litigation taxation must be ethical and in exchange for protection and welfare. Leaders are warned against excessive greed and are instructed to tax like a bee gathering honey, taking only small sustainable amounts without harming the source. With this, may I request the session chairman Sushil Ji Goyal to please address the session. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandeep. Joshi ji, Ramavtar Joshi ji. On the stage, Aanchal Kapoor and CA Nitish Moore, and all seniors of the Calcutta, this Central Calcutta Chartered Accountant Association. It is indeed pleasure speaking from this podium of the annual conference. Let me start with the topic which just now ended, that is GCC, Gift City and Startup. I am requesting all of you to come down to reality. GST is here, और ये बाकी चीज़ें आएंगी तब आप उसके सपने में रहना. और as far as GST is concerned, the topic is opportunity in GST, फिर थोड़ा सा ठहराव और litigation. तो मैं भी अपनी स्पीच को दो पार्ट में रखना चाहूँगा कि अपॉर्चुनिटी इन जीएसटी. यहाँ कितने लोग हैं जो जीएसटी में अपने आप को कंसल्टेंट या जीएसटी का काम करते हैं? हाथ उठाएं. बहुत कम. कंफ्यूजन क्यों है? आप इस सेशन को अटेंड करने आए हैं जीएसटी में नई प्रैक्टिस शुरू करने के लिए? ऐसा नहीं है. जीएसटी हैज़ गिवन अस बिग अपॉर्चुनिटी, नो डाउट ऑन दैट. Rather, I always say new lease of life for the professionals. Because number of opportunity came in the past in indirect tax, but somehow chartered accountant has not grabbed it. I see AI work tirelessly to bring this opportunity. They have organized 3,000 program in the first year. They have issued the first publication on GST. That is, still we consider as the best publication on GST and cheapest publication on GST. अभी भी वो किताब 1500-1700 की आती है. And that is full in 2 volume and covering the entire GST law. The background material on GST issued by Institute of Chartered Accountant. प्रॉब्लम ये है कि उसको बेचने नहीं जाते, आपको खरीदने जाना पड़ता है. पोर्टल पे मिलती है, आपके घर पे डिलीवर होती है विदाउट एनी कुरियर चार्जेस. एंड देन वी मेड ए पूल ऑफ 500 चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स एज ए फैकल्टी. आंचल, आई थिंक यू हैव ऑल्सो ज्वाइंड दैट टाइम. सो lot of things ICA has done and brought this opportunity to us. Now, if you talk me about opportunity in GST, somebody was saying, sir, opportunity की क्या बात कर रहे हो? हम तो 10 साल से GST कर रहे हैं. Well, still lot of unanswered questions are there. जितने लोगों ने हाथ खड़ा किया था GST में, मैं उनसे पूछना चाहूँगा कि आपको सही सही पता है कि किस बिजनेसमैन को कहाँ रजिस्ट्रेशन लेना है? What is the parameters? Do you know? If I am owning a building, in Assam and resident of Calcutta, do I need to go to Assam to discharge GST on that building, rent? क्या मुझे आसाम जाके रजिस्ट्रेशन लेना जरूरी है? हाँ, आधे लोग हाँ बोलेंगे, आधे लोग बोलेंगे नहीं है. But what is the system? The law says, section 22 says, जहाँ से आप सर्विस देते हैं वहाँ पे रजिस्ट्रेशन लेना जरूरी है. मैं तो किराए पे बिल्डिंग कलकत्ते में बैठ के ही दे रहा हूँ, तो मुझे क्यों आसाम में लेना जरूरी है? अच्छा छोड़िए, नहीं बहुत सारी अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ है। क्या यहाँ कोई सही सही बता सकता है कि IGST कब लगता है और CGST SGST कब लगता है? व्हाट इज द टेस्ट कि IGST किस ट्रांजैक्शन पे लगेगा और CGST SGST किस ट्रांजैक्शन पे लगेगा? इंटर और इंट्रा स्टेट सबने बोल दिया, हम ताली बजाइए। भाई साहब ने जो बोला उसके लिए ताली एक बार। इतनी कम ताली? अरे बहुत बड़ा जवाब दिया। लेकिन मैं उनसे अगला सवाल पूछता हूं, इंटर स्टेट होता कब है? किस ट्रांजैक्शन को इंटर स्टेट ट्रांजैक्शंस कहते हैं? किस ट्रांजैक्शन को इंटर स्टेट ट्रांजैक्शंस कहते हैं? जब बंगाल का बंगाल में हो, बंगाल का बाहर हो। अच्छा, मैं किसी कांकरिया जी ने बोला कि तुम्हारी गुवाहाटी में जो बिल्डिंग है उसमें मुझे भी रूम किराए पे चाहिए, और कांकरिया जी को मैं बिल करूंगा। ये इंटर स्टेट होगा, इंट्रा स्टेट होगा? मैं तो कलकत्ता में हूं, बिल्डिंग मेरी है, गुवाहाटी में बिल्डिंग है। कांकरिया जी बोले मैं भी ऑफिस खोलती हूं बटर, मैंने भी एक रूम दे दे, और मैंने दे दिया। ये इंटर स्टेट ट्रांजेक्शन हुआ या इंट्रा स्टेट हुआ? कैसे इंटर स्टेट कैसे? इंट्रा स्टेट हो गया ना कि हम दोनों सेम स्टेट में हैं, CGST SGST लगा दूंगा। अरे अभी तो इंटर स्टेट बोला यार। बस आप कंफ्यूजन में बने रहे। मैं यही मैसेज देना चाहता हूं कि अपॉर्चुनिटी बहुत सारी है, उसे ग्रैब करने की आवश्यकता है। और ये इंटर स्टेट ट्रांजैक्शन होगा, दोनों हम सेम स्टेट में हैं, लेकिन मैं IGST चार्ज करूंगा। आप जाके किताब पढ़ना और समझना, ठीक है? सब एग्री? सर किसको पता है कि GST का पेमेंट कब तक करना है? कोई मुझे बता पाएगा? रिवर मैंने GTA से सर्विस ली है। आप लोग सोच रहे होंगे ये क्या पागल जैसी बातें कर रहे हैं, लेकिन आपको बाद में पता चलेगा कि सवाल तो सही था, आंसर ही नहीं पता था। आपने GTA से सर्विस ली, ट्रांसपोर्ट सब करवाते हैं, सबको रिटर्न भरते हैं, उसका GST कब तक देना है? नेक्स्ट मंथ 20th। दूसरा कोई जवाब? हाँ, RCM में ही देना है ना, मैं थोड़ी ट्रांसपोर्टर हूं, मैंने माल ढुवा लिया किसी से, मुझे उसका GST कब तक पे करना है? छोटा सा सवाल, अपॉर्चुनिटी इन GST बता रहा हूं आपको। क्या सर, लोग कहता है जिस दिन आप पे करोगे ट्रांसपोर्टर को उसके हिसाब से देना है। तो जिस मंथ में आप पे करोगे उसके अगले महीने की 20 तारीख तक देना है, और अगर आपने 60 दिन तक ट्रांसपोर्टर को पे नहीं किया तो 61वें दिन देना है। और मजे की बात है कि पोर्टल कुछ और करवा रहा है हमसे। 3B 2B में आ गया, दे दो। अच्छा, कितने लोगों को पता है कि सर्विस की एक कैटेगरी है जिसपे 7.5% का GST रेट लगता है? और मैं बता दूं, इस ऑडिटोरियम में बैठे आधे लोग रिटर्न फाइल करते हैं उस कैटेगरी का। आधे नहीं, पूरे ही करते हैं, मैं डराने के लिए आधे बोला। अच्छा, किसी ने रियल एस्टेट बिल्डर की रिटर्न नहीं फाइल की? फ्लैट बिक्री होता रिटर्न नहीं फाइल करते, उसका रेट 7.5% है, और आप सब लोग 5% में उसकी रिटर्न भर रहे हैं, और सारी रिटर्नें गलत है। अच्छा, मैं तो अपॉर्चुनिटी बहुत सारी है। जो मैं बताना चाह रहा हूं कि पढ़ने की आवश्यकता है। कोई भी आदमी किसी भी चीज में एक्सीलेंस अचीव नहीं कर सकता अगर वो पेनफुल प्रोसेस ऑफ स्लो स्टडी एंड वो क्या बोलते हैं प्रिपरेशन नहीं रखेंगे। तो मुझे ये सवाल नहीं उठाने थे, ये आज का मुद्दा भी नहीं है। अब बात करते हैं लिटिगेशंस पे। लिटिगेशंस पे मैं सेशन ले रहा था एक जगह, लोग बोला सर क्या है लिटिगेशन में, जाएंगे अपील फाइल करेंगे। माय फ्रेंड, लिटिगेशन इज एन आर्ट और लिटिगेशन इज ए साइंस। लिटिगेशन इज एन आर्ट और साइंस। हाउ इट कैन बी बोथ? आप एक तरफ हो, आप एक तरफ हो, दोनों चीज हाथ में नहीं रह सकते।
घर वाली बाहर वाली एक ही में ध्यान रखना पड़ेगा, एक टाइम पे, दोनों में एक टाइम पे ध्यान रखोगे तो लिटिगेशन इज प्योर एन आर्ट, कोई साइंस नहीं है। अगर साइंस होता तो एडवोकेट ए को भी वही रिजल्ट आता, एडवोकेट बी को भी वही रिजल्ट आता और एडवोकेट सी को भी वही रिजल्ट आता। उसके लिए बड़े एडवोकेट के पास जाना जरूरी नहीं होता कि अगर आपने रिटर्न टाइम पे नहीं फाइल की तो पेनल्टी लगेगी। So it is an art how to present your case, why you have not filed the return in time, how you can present your case, what was the ground, what was the difficulty faced by you, whether penalty for that should be charged or not. और अगर आप अपॉर्चुनिटीज तलाशते हैं लिटिगेशन में तो प्लीज डोंट सी यू एज ए चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट, प्लीज सी यू एज ए चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट, ए परसुएसिव लीगल प्रोफेशनल्स। हम लोगों में उन लोगों में क्या फर्क होता है, वो पूछते हैं नोटिस कब आई थी, आप बोले नोटिस में क्या रखे हुए फिगर पर बात कर। वी चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट ऑलवेज जंप टू द फिगर्स कि भाई रिटर्न में ये फिगर था तो इतना का टैक्स नहीं दिया। वो बोलेंगे नोटिस ठीक से आई कि नहीं आई, खाकी लिफाफे में थी ना सफेद लिफाफे में थी, लिफाफा बाई हैंड आया ना बाई पोस्ट आया, आपको ईमेल भी आई थी कि नहीं आई थी, बोले फालतू के काम में लगा हुआ है। बट दिस इज लीगल, लीगल लिटिगेशंस के सारे स्टेप्स ऐसे ही होते हैं। मैं आपको एक वाकया बताना चाहूंगा, कंपनी का नाम नहीं लूंगा। 15 दिन पहले मैंने 3.5 करोड़ की डिमांड, क्लाइंट आया बोला 3.25 करोड़ दे दिए, 15 लाख जो 25 लाख है उस पर रिलीफ चाहिए। बोला बहुत अच्छी बात, पेपर लाओ। बोला पेपर सर क्या पेपर चाहिए, मुझे आपके पास जो भी पेपर है लेके आओ। बोला पेपर का नाम बताओ। मैं बोला मैं देखूं नहीं तो बताऊं कैसे। तो लास्ट में झगड़ा होते, गवर्नमेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, लास्ट में झगड़ा होते होते उसने पूरी इतनी मोटी फाइल लाके मेरे को पटक दी। बोले सर हम थक गए, आप ये फाइल ले लो जो मिले तो। And I have done study entire night and I won the case. This 3,25,000 which is paid by them, 3 crore 25 lakh paid by them is now refundable to them. We proved that the notice was not as per law. The department was having full knowledge of our business, so they must have issued the notice in section 73 अगर आपकी GST की भाषा में बात करूं, not in section 74. तो यू हैव टू प्रूव दैट। मेरे पास एक चिट्ठी मिली फाइल में, उसमें लिखा था कि सर हम ये बिजनेस करते हैं और इस तरह से काम करते हैं। उसमें ऑफिसर ने ठप्पा लगा रखा था और संजोग से उसने लिख भी रखा था अपने उसमें फाइल में कि इतनी तारीख को इन्होंने एक चिट्ठी भी दी थी हमको। कोर्ट बोला अब तो मामला नहीं बनता। तो इसलिए लिटिगेशन इज प्योरली आर्ट एंड लीगल माइंड इज रिक्वायर्ड माय फ्रेंड, इट इज नॉट arithmetical mind or technical mind. You also need to develop, and there is courtroom discipline. कभी मौका मिला तो सेशन उस पे करेंगे कि कोर्ट रूम क्या होता है, कोर्ट रूम में एंटर कैसे करना है, दैट देयर इज द डिसिप्लिन। कोर्ट रूम से बाहर कैसे आना है, दैट देयर इज द डिसिप्लिन। मोबाइल में बात करनी है कि नहीं, वो एक डिसिप्लिन है। आप खाना खा सकते हैं कि नहीं, कोर्ट रूम में आप पानी नहीं पी सकते। How many of you are aware that you cannot drink water in sitting in the courtroom or tribunal? मेरे पास वीडियो है, हाई कोर्ट के जज ऑनलाइन पे पानी पी रहा था। एक ऑफ द पर्सन बोला पहले उसको बुलाओ जो पानी पी रहा था कोर्ट में। अगर आप बिना ड्रेस चले गए तो आप चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट हो, इसलिए आपको अलर्ट करना चाहता हूं, कभी भी किसी भी पॉइंट पे आप कैजुअल नहीं हो सकते क्योंकि आप चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट हो। क्योंकि वहां जो बैठा है वो ये भी अच्छे से नहीं जानता कि चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट क्या होता है। जजेस कौन होने वाले हैं, जो कभी वकील थे, या वो कभी डिपार्टमेंटल ऑफिसर था, या कभी आईएएस ऑफिसर था। ये 3 कैटेगरी के लोग ज्यादातर आपके जजेस होने वाले हैं। तो उसको नहीं पता चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट फ्रेटर्निटी क्या है। I have seen blasting in the court
आपको तुरंत कोर्ट से बाहर, थ्रोन आउट, टेक दिस पर्सन आउट ऑफ द कोर्ट। क्यों? कि आप टाई लगा के नहीं गए, आप कोट पहन के नहीं गए, आपकी शर्ट का कलर व्हाइट नहीं है। यू मस्ट लर्न व्हाट इज द ड्रेस कोड। एनीबॉडी हु वांट टू डू, आंचल जी बाकी बातें टेक केयर करेंगी। अगर आप लिटिगेशन में जाना चाहते हो तो आपसे हम्बल रिक्वेस्ट है, कोर्ट में एक सप्ताह बैठ के देख के आइए क्या होता है और कैसे होता है। सिंपली जाके बैठ के देखिए। ड्रेस कोड मैंडेटरी टू बी फॉलोड। मैंडेटरी मीन्स मैंडेटरी। अगर आपके पास ड्रेस नहीं आप पहन के गए हैं, आपकी हियरिंग नहीं होगी। हमारे लिए ड्रेस क्या है? व्हाइट शर्ट, काला कोट, काली टाई। मैं गुवाहाटी में था, इसी तरह सेमिनार दे रहा था, बाद में सेमिनार दूसरे टॉपिक पे था, बाहर निकला, एक आदमी गुस्सा हो गया मेरे पे, गोयल जी आपसे इतनी उम्मीद नहीं थी। बोला क्या हो गया? आप काला कोट पहन के ट्राइब्यूनल में खड़े थे, मैंने देखा, ब्लू कोट क्यों नहीं पहना? हम चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट है, हमको ब्लू पहनना चाहिए। एनीबॉडी हैव एनी आंसर? वेदर यू आर एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट आई एम सेइंग? क्योंकि उसमें जो ड्रेस कोड लिखा हुआ है लॉ में, उसमें लिखा हुआ है यू शुड वियर ड्रेस विच इज प्रिस्क्राइब्ड बाय योर प्रोफेशन, और ब्लैक कोट, ब्लैक टाई एंड व्हाइट शर्ट। अब हमारे प्रोफेशन ने क्या ड्रेस कोड प्रिस्क्राइब की है? आईसीआई इज नॉट प्रिस्क्राइब ड्रेस कोड। उन भाई साहब को ऐसा लग रहा था कि जो ब्लू कोट हमारे कहीं पे लिखा हुआ है किसी किताब में, वो हमारी प्रिस्क्राइब्ड है, वो रिकमेंडेड है। तो रिकमेंडेड ड्रेस पहन के नहीं जा सकते, आपको प्रिस्क्राइब्ड है तो पहन सकते हैं। एडवोकेट लोग अपनी ड्रेस में जाते हैं, एडवोकेट लोग कोर्ट में अपनी ड्रेस में जाते हैं, क्योंकि वो उनकी प्रिस्क्राइब्ड ड्रेस है। उनको कॉलर लगाना है, गाउन पहनना है, गाउन नहीं पहनते हालांकि, काला कोट में काम चलाते। तो ये सारी चीज़ें आपको सीखने की आवश्यकता है। और लास्ट बात बोलूँगा, आंचल जी घड़ी देख रही थी थोड़ी देर पहले, एंड इट इज़ confidence is built on preparation, not on personality. जो जज होता है वो सिर्फ 1.5 मिनट में ये पता लगा सकता है कि आप कितनी मेहनत करके आए हो, आप इस क्लाइंट के केस के बारे में कितना जानते हो, क्लाइंट को कितना जानते हो, और कितने आप प्रिपेयर्ड हो। हम वकालतनामा का फॉर्मेट किसी से ले लिया और वकालतनामा पे साइन करें, वो भी अलाउ नहीं है। तो वो 1.5 मिनट में पता लगा लेगा सर। वो ऐसे आप जितने सवाल प्रिपेयर करके जाओगे, वो उसके 11वां सवाल पे, आप 10 प्रिपेयर कर गए, वो 11वां पूछेगा। मेरे से पूछा आपका क्लाइंट आजकल क्या करता है? सर पहले तो वो सर्विस देता था, आजकल क्या करता है? सर मालूम नहीं। अच्छा, आपको मालूम नहीं है आपका क्लाइंट क्या करता है? मैं लास्ट लाइन बोलूँगा फिर ख़त्म, उसके बाद आंचल जी को हम लोग सुनेंगे सब कोई। मैं एक बात बोलता हूँ, और वो हम आप कलकत्ता में हो इसलिए बोलता हूँ, शुद्ध आइन जान ले होबे ना लाइनू जानते होबे। धन्यवाद।
Thank you, Sushil ji, for your opening remarks related to today's topic, GST litigation. Now requesting Achal ji to please come forward.
Thank you, Sandeep sir. So, first of all, you had a first power packed session where you heard lots of English. अब मैं क्या सिखाऊं? हिंदी, पंजाबी के बांग्ला को, बांग्ला तो आप ही सीख के जाओगे। सो थोड़ा थोड़ा सा आई ट्राई टू से सारा पश्चिम बंगाल थे के आगो तो सेंट्रल कोलकाता सीए एसोसिएशन मेंबर्स देर जानाए আন্তরিক শুভেচ্ছা। আমাকে এই সেমিনারে বক্তব্য রাখানোর জন্য সেন্ট্রাল কলকাতাকে ধন্যবাদ জানাই। I hope I am able to make it, and a little that Central Kolkata, Bengal प्रांते एथो ओ बाबा एथे ना ने एतो सुंदर सेमिनार होछे कोलकाता में सुंदर सेमिनार होछे बा भाई जाए ना सवाई के धन्यवाद। I hope I could clear on the margin. Right? So, I'm very thankful for making me come here. But, baatein karne aayi hu, and I am very thankful to have the dignitaries sitting on the dais with me, none other than C.A. Sushil Goyal sir, Nitesh ji, who has made me come here, the entire team, and yes, how can I forget the entire team of the Central Kolkata CA Association, C.A. Suresh Kumar Jhunjhunwala sir, the chairman, thank you so much sir. C.A. Sanjay Jain, the co-chairman, C.A. Kamal Kishore ji, the co-chairman. We have also the C.A. Rajesh Kumar sir, the president, and C.A. Manish Bhalla ji, C.A. Hariram Agarwal ji, secretary, and all the members. If I am missing someone, I am very sorry. And of course, C.A. Utkarsh Banka ji, who has been taking care since morning for me. Thank you for making me come here. अब पंजाबी भी सिखा के जावांगी सर, तुझ चिंता ना लाओ, राइट? हाँ जी ना, हुन द इशू इज कि असी गल्लां मैं तो आपसे बातें करने आई हूं। सो आर यू ऑल रेडी टू डू दैट? सच्चा जोश देखो, मैं पंजाबन बिना माइक दे भी बोल सकनी और पीछे तक आवाज आएगी। Am I audible at the back? So where's your जोश? So are you all ready? Oh, that's great. चलिए, अब टाइम है हमारे पास ऑलमोस्ट, सर कहाँ गए? हाँ, there 1 hour. So let's have a rapid fire for the 1 hour for certain provisions, because लिटिगेशन सर ने 8 भी बनाई, सर ने लीगल प्रोविजंस की भी बात की, ड्रेस कोड की भी बात की, यस, एवरीथिंग मैटर्स, एंड एट द सेम टाइम आई वुड से it is not possible to learn the litigation in 1 hour, in 1 month, in 1 year. It's a continuous practice of learning. Let me be very clear. And one thing, sir, when we say litigation, हम सब ट्राइब्यूनल की वेट कर रहे थे, am I right? And tribunal is now around the corner. कल मैं कोलकाता, मैंने स्क्रीनशॉट भी कोलकाता के ही डाले, कॉज लिस्ट देखी कोलकाता की 19 मई को। अच्छा, हैज द ट्रिब्यूनल बिकम इफेक्टिव? पहला ऑर्डर पास हो गया ट्रिब्यूनल का। देखो, 2 ही ऑप्शन है, यस या नो, मिलके भी बोलोगे पता नहीं लगेगा किसने क्या बोला है। हाँ, ट्रिब्यूनल का फर्स्ट ऑर्डर पास हो गया। द आंसर इज यस। सर, अभी तो मैं वो नहीं कह रही, नॉट कोलकाता, कोलकाता में कॉज लिस्ट आई है, जो अपील्स आपने फाइल की हैं उसकी एडमिशन की हेयरिंग्स जो है वो उसमें मेंशन थी, मई 2026 की थी। देयर इज अ स्क्रीनशॉट ऑफ कोलकाता आल्सो, आई विल शो यू। बट व्हाट आई वांट टू हाईलाइट, सर, एंटी प्रॉफिटेरिंग के अलावा हमारा प्रिंसिपल बेंच ऑफ G-Stat, which is sitting in New Delhi, has already passed the first order of G-Stat in the month of February 2026. And you know, if I can have the cordless mic, that will be great. Now, what I want to highlight, sir, जो चीजें आप कहते हो ना कि ये legal point है, ये तो ऑफिसर सुनता ही नहीं है। Does it happen with you also? अच्छा, एक पर्सन बैठा है, चलो वी मेक द टीम लेफ्ट एंड राइट, लेफ्ट साइड ने भी रिटर्न फाइल की, जीएसटीआर 1 और 3 भी मैच नहीं करता था। आई एम टेकिंग इट। सर, जीएसटीआर 3B और 1 फाइल की गई, जीएसटीआर 1 और 3B में लेफ्ट साइड ने फाइल की, मैच नहीं करती थी। There can be numerous reasons. Right side ने file की match नहीं करती थी. Me being an officer said notice under section 73 and right side got the notice under section 74. Can you tell me the reason why? दोनों में एक ही गलती है. 3B और GSTR 1 का mismatch है और mismatch due to various reason हो सकता है. ऑफिसर ने नोटिस दिया है 73 में, इनको नोटिस दिया है 74 में. Can you tell me the reason why? Yes, somebody is saying time. Sir, this is what is happening. 73 का टाइम पीरियड निकल जाता है तो 74 में नोटिस दे दिया जाता है. This is what? This is the misuse of the power. सर ने कहा बीइंग अ चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट हम कई बार रिकंसिलिएशंस में फंसे रह जाते हैं बिकॉज द अकाउंटेंसी इज इन आवर ब्लड. But at the same time, now I pose you a question. When you go to the court and I say this person's check is bounced, the other counsel, the other AR says, first you tell me how you got the check. Who signed it? Instead of opening your cards, please check what should be the reply. I give you a query here. Let's suppose there is a GSTR 1 which is filed for 1 crore of rupees. There is e-way bill which are being done for 1.50 crore for the month. Officer issues you ASMT 10 which is the beginning of the litigation proceedings in a way. Now my question to you is, what will be your answer? Any pointers? Okay, anybody else? Transfer of goods, job work, 50,000 limit, etc. etc. Return का e-way bill हुआ. Am I right? Sir, this gentleman, he tried to poke a point, but now I take it forward. None of you said this ASMT 10 is incorrect. What section 61 says? Section 61 says, scrutinize the return and related particulars. Now tell me, which is a return when I am talking about GSTR 1 versus 3B? Which is a return? Sir, तो GSTR 1 तो return है ही नहीं. GSTR 1 is a statement of outward supplies which is a related particular for filing the return which is 3B as per Aap and Company Supreme Court judgment. Actually तो 3B भी return नहीं थी. That was a time gap arrangement. But Aap and Company तभी तो GSTR 1 का डेट 10 से हटा के 11 किया गया था because that was a time gap arrangement. 3 आया ही नहीं कभी, 3B आया. Then Aap and Company, after 2 years being crossed, said, yes, this is a return. So now we accept 3B as a valid GST return, which is the current mechanism. Is officer comparing 3B with e-way bill? No. What is he doing? Scrutinize the related particulars and related particulars. We were talking about in the first session about the comma or the full stop, hallucination. We are missing the words of the section itself. Now when you say, ki if we raise this objection, nothing is going to happen. Nobody is going to listen. Nobody is going to listen why you have issued me the notice under section 74 when the default is merely the reconciliation of 3B versus 1. Now I tell you the answer. The answer lies in the organization for which you have been waiting for 8 years. Is the GSTAT, which the legal pointers which could not be heard earlier at the lower forums will be heard by the tribunal. My question to you is tribunal a civil court? It's a quasi-judicial authority. You know what is the relevance of this? Sir, statute का creation है GSTAT. स्टैट्यूट से पावर लेकर बना है. एक क्वाजी कोर्ट है, एफिडेविट लेने की पावर रखता है, एनफोर्समेंट ऑफ विटनेसेस का पावर रखता है, एंड जीस्टैट इज द फर्स्ट ट्रिब्यूनल ऑफ द कंट्री व्हिच हैज इवन द पावर टू गिव द क्रॉस, व्हिच इज नॉट देयर इन अदर ट्रिब्यूनल्स इवन. आप बोलते हो क्रॉस नहीं मिला, क्रॉस एग्जामिनेशन नहीं मिला. So this tribunal has the power to get that. So this GSTAT, the points, the legal points which you will be raising, that this notice should not have been under section 74, will be heard at this forum. This is a quasi-judicial force where you can give the affidavits, and you know the relevance of affidavits. Anything wrongly mentioned in affidavit is a contempt, is a criminal liability, give rises to criminal liability. And we are casually giving the affidavits. Sir, they have the, but what tribunal cannot do? Constitutional validity of any GST provision cannot be read down by the tribunal. Reason? Because it's itself, जिसका बच्चा है, जिससे ये develop हुआ है, the statute which has given it, it cannot say the statute is invalid. That power is still with the high courts. So you cannot challenge the constitutional validity. You know why I raised this point? I raised this point because of the 16(2)(c) judgment which you would have seen recently from many high courts. Some of them have been favorable and some of them have been against. Can you name any against judgment which has, I would not say against, but yes, not taxpayer friendly judgment in 16(2)(c) matters. इस टाइम पे तो सबसे ज़्यादा हमारे हाथ से क्या निकल रहा है पता है लिटिगेशन में, is ITC. हम एक कंप्लाइंट टैक्स पेयर है, सारी रिक्वायरमेंट्स पूरी करते हैं, बट सामने वाला टैक्स नहीं भरता. आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट द फेक इनवॉइसिंग केसेस, आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट द जेन्युइन केसेस. एंड हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू हैव गॉट द नोटिसेस कि एक डिपार्टमेंट ने फील्ड इंस्पेक्शन की, आज डिपार्टमेंट में ही हूँ, ऑल थिंग्स टू मी, कि मैंने फील्ड इंस्पेक्शन की, मिस्टर एक्स has not been found existence, hence your ITC is denied. Am I right? Sir, how many of you asked for the field inspection report? Which is the RUD? The problem is this, raise the objection. Raise the objection, otherwise section 160 of GST says principle of acquiescence means the principle of waiver applies. Sir, जब आप higher forums में जाते हैं तो आपसे पहला क्वेश्चन पूछा जाता है क्या आपने इसके पॉइंट्स नीचे के केसेस में रेज किए थे? Did you raise those objections? Raise the objection first and then say without prejudice. आपको देना है ना, 50,000 का फर्क है, जॉब वर्क का फर्क है, दीजिए, नहीं तो ना क्लाइंट फीस देगा, ना ऑर्डर फेवर में आएगा. सो दीजिए, बट रेज द ऑब्जेक्शन फर्स्ट. चेक सर, जिस नोटिस का आप रिप्लाई दे रहे हो, सर ने कितने पॉइंट्स रेज किए? 17 सबसेक्शन 5, ITC डिसअलाउड. ऑफिसर राइट्स, आपने सीमेंट लिया है सो एंड सो HSN में, इतने का बिल है, डिसअलाउड. 122 सबसेक्शन 1 में पेनल्टी लगाई जाती है, 100% ऑफ द टैक्स इवेडेड. सर, हाउ मेनी सबसेक्शंस आर देयर फॉर सेक्शन 17 सबसेक्शन 5? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. हम पता क्या बोलते हैं? आपने नोटिस में 17 सबसेक्शन 5 का सबसेक्शन नहीं लिखा, नो प्रॉब्लम. मैं बताता हूं, मैंने 17(5)C का डिफॉल्ट नहीं किया, मैंने 17(5)D का डिफॉल्ट नहीं किया. नाउ लेट मी कनेक्टेड टू इनकम टैक्स. आपको इनकम टैक्स में नोटिस आते हैं 144 में, 142(1) में, 148 इनकम एस्केपिंग असेसमेंट. क्या बस यही लिखा होता है नोटिस अंडर सेक्शन 142 सबसेक्शन 1? क्या नीचे बताया गया होता है कि भाई साहब डिफॉल्ट क्या किया है? 69C का डिफॉल्ट है, अनएक्सप्लेन्ड इन्वेस्टमेंट्स है, अनएक्सप्लेन्ड क्रेडिट्स है, व्हाट इट इज बताते हैं ना. बट इन GST we just get a notice that the supplier's registration is cancelled, hence your ITC is rejected. Burden of proof section 155 is on the taxpayer. E-com कॉफी गिल का नीचे जजमेंट लगा होगा और परचेजर से डिमांड निकाल दी जाती है ITC की. Am I right? This sort of notices you are getting? Sir, before this, before you reply such notices, what should be your litigation strategy? आपको जो नोटिस आया है उसको लीगल एंगल से चेक करिए. क्या सेक्शन कौन सा मेंशन्ड है? 73, 74. If it is 74, अच्छा एक बात बताना, जीएसटी में असेसमेंट का कॉन्सेप्ट है? जीएसटी में असेसमेंट का कॉन्सेप्ट है? देखो दो ही ऑप्शन है, अगेन यस और नो, कुछ भी फटाफट बोल दिया करो। हाँ जी, जीएसटी में असेसमेंट का कॉन्सेप्ट है। पीछे से तो बिल्कुल आवाज नहीं आ रही, फिर मेरी क्यों जानी चाहिए? इट इज अ रेसिप्रोकल रिलेशन। नो सर जी, जो रोज 20 तारीख को बैठ के ऑफिस में करते हो हर महीने, वो क्या है? तो अभी तो आपने कहा नो, ये तो सेल्फ कॉन्ट्राडिक्टरी कर दिया। GST is a self-assessment tax, and what you are doing, you are filing your 3B on the basis of self-assessment itself. There is a definition of section 2 clause 11 which says what is an assessment, and you say assessment है sir, assessment कर दी। GST का concept है self assessment। आपने आउटपुट लायबिलिटी, आपने मतलब टैक्स पेयर ने आउटपुट लायबिलिटी ली, इनपुट लिया, डिपार्टमेंट को दिया कि ये मेरी रिटर्न है। Who is raising the objection? डिपार्टमेंट। मैं बोलती हूं आपका बिल फेक है, इसकी तो मूवमेंट नहीं हुई है, आपने बोगस बिल काटे हैं, आपने सेल को सप्रेस किया है। Who is raising the objection? डिपार्टमेंट। The ball lies on in whose court? डिपार्टमेंट। तो एविडेंस भी कौन लाएगा? बट हम कहते कोई बात नहीं, हम ही बता देते हैं हमने ये नहीं किया है। सर, नॉर्दर्न ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम सुप्रीम कोर्ट जजमेंट 2023 says section 74 is not a normal section. सर, डिपार्टमेंट की तरफ से ये एक रूटीन बन गया है। 73 का टाइम पीरियड निकला, 74। इफ यू विल, आई विल शो यू माई सबमिशंस। सर, सबसे पहला ऑब्जेक्शन होता है हाउ अ सेक्शन 74 नोटिस कैन बी इशूड टू मी। It is not a taxpayer's financial loss. It is a charge on taxpayer's character. That you are a fraudulent person. You are suppressing. Sir, suppression मतलब कुछ छूट गया. This is what the definition also says. But suppression with an intent to evade is there embedded under section 74. Misstatement with an intent to evade is there in section 74. How you can say, sir, intent गलत है, इसका चार्ज डिपार्टमेंट लगा रहा है। सो मेरे अकॉर्डिंग अगर आईटीसी भी है या आपका द आउटपुट के ऊपर चार्ज है, इंटेंट गलत है, ये प्रूव करने का काम डिपार्टमेंट को करना है, मुझे नहीं। सर, मेंसरिया की बात सुनिए। माइनिंग, यहां माइनिंग होती होगी, पंजाब में सैंड की माइनिंग थी, राजस्थान से बहुत माइनिंग थी। सर, माइनिंग में अभी माडा का जजमेंट अभी आ रहा है, आफ्टर सो मेनी इयर्स, मोर देन 50 years, 9-member bench judgment of the Supreme Court with 8 members assenting, 1 member dissenting, which says royalty is not a tax. सर, अभी उसके ऊपर जीएसटी या सर्विस टैक्स का आया नहीं है। अभी वो उदयपुर चैम्बर ऑफ कॉमर्स is still pending with the Honorable Supreme Court, where a number of petitions of GST as well as service tax are being tagged. But डिपार्टमेंट नोटिस इशू कर रहा है। सर, करिए, आपको रिकवरी करनी है, आपका सर्कुलर है, करिए, बट पता है नोटिस किस सेक्शन में आ रहे हैं? सेक्शन 74। Raghuvansh Agro, I have given all the citations, I show you in a while. They all says section 74 prove करिए, bring the cogent evidence on record. सर, यहां तो जो SCN इशू करता है ना, वही एडजुडिकेट कर देता है। Raise the objection. आप वैसे देखिए, जब सर्च होती है, एंटी इवेजन टीम सर्च करती है, सर्च करके शोकॉज इशू करती है, और करके किसको भेज देती है? आपके जुरिस्डिक्शनल ऑफिसर को, कि इस शोकॉज नोटिस को आप एडजुडिकेट करिए। क्यों? अनबायसनेस। अगर मैंने ही चार्ज लगाया है कि ये गलत है और मैं ही उसको एडजुडिकेट कर रही हूं, तो बायसनेस एलिमेंट कम्स इनटू बीइंग। देयर आर न्यूमरस सुप्रीम कोर्ट जजमेंट्स व्हिच सेज शो कॉज नोटिस मस्ट बी इशूड बाय वन, एडजुडिकेटेड बाय वन। मुझे बंगाल का नहीं पता, बट स्टेट डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ पंजाब में तो क्या हो रहा है, ऑडिट भी वही पर्सन करता है, शो कॉज भी वही देता है, एफआईआर भी पहले वही इशू करता है, शो कॉज भी वही देता है, शो कॉज के बाद ऑर्डर भी वही देता है। then why audit? And one thing more, sir, हर section का एक purpose है. Section 61 is scrutiny notice. Scrutinize the return and its related particular. Return में गलती मिलती है, मुझे बताओ. 3B versus GSTR 1 is a valid notice. 3B versus e-way bill is a valid notice. Now my question to you is, Apple phone selling in the market at 1,50,000. I opened a store. I am selling it at 80,000 rupees. Department issues me ASMT 10. What should be the reply? Your reply is given by Honorable Jharkhand High Court in case of Shri Ramji Stone, which says invalid ASMT 10. आप मेरी रिटर्न में गलती ढूंढ रहे हो? No. You are comparing my prices to the external market prices, and where there is arm length transaction and price is a sole consideration, section 15 says you cannot check the valuations. Sir, we need to understand. Section 74. अच्छा, कई बार तो नोटिस आता है ना 73 लिखते हैं ना 74 लिखते हैं. 74 का नोटिस देते हैं सर, चार्ज नहीं लगा होता. कई बार क्या, मेजॉरिटी, mere reproduction of the entire section stating willful misstatement, fraud and separation with an intent किया गया है. Mere reproduction of the section does not state कि चार्ज लगाया गया है. आपको तीनों में से एक चार्ज चूज करना है. मैंने गलती क्या की है? आपने मुझे 74 का नोटिस दिया, मिस स्टेटमेंट की है कि सप्रेशन किया है कि फ्रॉड किया है. सर, अभी तो और मजा आएगा देखना. गवर्नमेंट ने ये सेक्शंस मर्ज किए हैं, 74A में किए हैं ना. अभी तो बेचारे के नाम से पता लग जाता था, अच्छा 73 है कि 74 है. अब तो कई नोटिस मुझे ऐसे मिले हैं, मैंने स्क्रीनशॉट्स भी डाले, लिखा है नोटिस अंडर सेक्शन 74A. अब 74A में फ्रॉड केस में कवर कर रहे हैं कि नॉन फ्रॉड में कर रहे हैं? चार्ज भी नहीं लिखा है. प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड, रेज द ऑब्जेक्शन. गवर्नमेंट ने मर्जिंग क्यों की है? पास्ट से एक्सपीरियंस लेके. क्यों? क्योंकि कितने 74 के नोटिसेस यानी विलफुल के नोटिसेस सर्विस टैक्स में भी कॉश हुए थे. लोइट डेवलपर्स, कुश कंस्ट्रक्शंस, नंबर ऑफ सी स्टैट जजमेंट्स आर आल्सो देयर. और जो चीज आपकी बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट्स में है, जो चीज आपकी फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स में अपलोडेड है, माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, दैट कैन नॉट बी अ सप्रेशन. अच्छा, एक काम आप लोगों को मेरा करना होगा, एंड दैट इज, अगर साथ वाली सीट पे कोई सोता दिखे, स्वीट सी नैप लेता दिखे, तो उसको थोड़ा सा ऐसे करके उठा देना, बाकी गुड मॉर्निंग मैं कह दूँ. विल यू डू दैट? सो जिन जिन की आंखें थोड़ी थोड़ी बंद थी, अब थोड़ी थोड़ी खुल गई है, राइट? सो वेलकम बैक. Anyhow, so what I was trying to say, अच्छा पीपीटी भी जरा दिखा दे. बोलोगे कि कह तो रहे हो, पता नहीं बनाकर भी आए हो कि नहीं. सर, what I want to highlight, ट्राइब्यूनल की लर्निंग सिर्फ फॉर्म भरना नहीं है. फॉर्म भरना इज अ पार्ट. डिफेक्ट्स ना आए, डिफेक्ट्स रिमूव हो जाएंगे, बट जब तक वी डू नॉट नो व्हाट शुड बी द ग्राउंड्स ऑफ अपील, हमें पॉइंटर्स क्या लेने हैं, एंड normally the grounds are dispensed in a manner in which you give the grounds of appeal, until or unless the member sitting there says okay, go to the factual grounds, and court is always right. No arguments. If they want you to shift from legal, you need to be a little tactful and deal with it. That is why sir mentioned it's an art. So you need to say your point, yet not annoying the member. Right? Now, if I talk about, let me show you a few things. Yes. Can the screen be visible? Okay. Okay. Now, चलिए एक बारी के लिए I just start with the main presentation, and then we'll move on to the other things. Let me come to GStat itself. Sir, what my issue is, it is a little move, just, yeah. Sir, litigation का सबसे पहला रूल है, give the objection, raise the pointers. जैसे section नहीं mention, charge नहीं mention. I will give you 12 golden pointers to check for. Signatures are there or not, whether those are authorized documents or not. DIN used to be a point, but now reference number is also being replaced by the DIN. Then you come to monetary limits. Sir, 122 के notices आए हैं किसी को penalty के? If there are 122 penalty notices, sir, penalty notices 122 is a separate section. 73, 74 की penalty separate है, 122 की penalty separate है. तो जब 122 की पेनल्टी के लिए सर सर्कुलर अब आया है 2025 में कि किस ऑफिसर की कितनी पावर है, और जब किसी सेक्शन का मशीनरी प्रोविजन नहीं है तो उसकी इंप्लीमेंटेशन नहीं की जा सकती है. सो देयर हैव बीन मेनी जजमेंट्स, ऑल्दो देयर आर कॉन्ट्राडिक्टरी ऑल्सो, बट टेक दोज ग्राउंड्स. और ट्रिब्यूनल सबसे पहले यही पूछने वाला है, क्या ये क्वेश्चन लोअर फॉरम पे रेज किया था. और सर एक और बात बताओ, ट्रिब्यूनल में सर ने ड्रेस कोड का मेंशन किया. यस, इट इज वेरी वेरी वाइटल इन ऑल द ट्रिब्यूनल्स. एट द सेम टाइम the representations made by you, and let me just show you. The GSTAT tribunal for you, which you have been waiting for, is now the final fact-finding authority. Sir, when you will be uploading the GSTAT appeal, अगर आपका order 31 मार्च 2026 से पहले, 25 से पहले का है, 26 से पहले का है, तो 30 जून 2026 उसकी लास्ट डेट है. एंड गियर अप, because it is not an easy task, both legal point of view wise and also the form wise. Sir, GSTAT is the final fact finding authority and this has a lots of relevance. Be clear on your facts. Sir, जिस industry को आप represent कर रहे हो ना, जिस person को आप represent कर रहे हो, उसकी industry की knowledge आपको होना बहुत vital है when you are presenting the facts. I think so. Once when I came back to Kolkata, I once shared the example of cashew. Has anybody heard that example? Because I generally don't. Has anybody heard that example? So now I tell you. I was contesting a case of cashew industry, and sir, it will explain you some part how litigation should go. Party had income tax search. My husband calls me and says, 5 करोड़ का जीएसटी बैलेंस शीट में खड़ा है, इसका क्या करना है? इसका रिफंड मिलेगा तो देख लीजिए, नहीं मिलेगा तो मैं क्या करूं? P&L में डाल के खर्चा लूं और इनकम टैक्स का 30% बचा लूं. When I checked the balance sheet, I found कि this party is eligible for inverted duty structure refund. कारण inputs rate were higher, आउटपुट रेट्स. अच्छा, अब देखिए ऑफिसर क्या कहता है. हमने रिफंड लगा दिया, 1 महीने का लगाया, कोरोना का टाइम पीरियड था, 2023 वाज गोइंग ऑन. 2023 में जब वो रिफंड लगाया गया तो ऑफिसर ने, क्योंकि 4 साल का पीरियड हो गया था कोरोना में रिफंड का, सो 2019 का रिफंड 2023 में लगाया. फर्स्ट रिफंड 52 lakhs फॉर 1 month रिजेक्टेड. एंड यू नो ऑफिसर ने क्या किया? हमने रिप्लाई दिया था, उसने हमें शो कॉज दिया था, यू आर इनटू द ट्रेडिंग ऑफ कैश्यू. बिकॉज रीजन योर HSN इज सेम. सेकेंड रीजन दैट योर इनपुट रेट इज 5%, योर आउटपुट रेट इज 5% ऑन कैश्यू, हेंस द रिफंड रिजेक्टेड. सर 25 पेज का रिप्लाई मैंने दिया था. लेंथ डज नॉट मैटर, कंटेंट मैटर्स. मेक इट अ पॉइंट. 25 पेज का रिप्लाई दिया, स्कैन किया, डाल दिया. माय फर्स्ट ऑब्जेक्शन, इट इज नॉट अ स्पीकिंग ऑर्डर. मेरा रिप्लाई आप स्कैन करके डाल रहे हैं. यू आर नॉट रिबटिंग द पॉइंट्स. यू आर नॉट सेइंग वेयर आई एम गोइंग इनकरेक्ट. नाउ व्हाट पॉइंटर्स आई गिव? सर, इंडस्ट्री को स्टडी किया. I visited the unit myself, because sometimes it's not the money, it's your reputation which is on stake, and you go an extra mile. I visited the unit. Sir, 2.5 घंटे का visit था, because party was importing the raw cashew. Is cashew an agri product? सर ने क्वेश्चन पूछा था, अब की आपकी पार्टी क्या काम करती है? आपको वो नहीं पता, आपको पार्टी के फैक्ट्स नहीं पता. मैं पूछती हूँ, मैं कैश्यू का केस कराने जा रही हूँ. द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन विच कम्स टू मी, इज कैश्यू एन एग्री प्रोडक्ट? द आंसर इज नो. The raw cashew comes in the form of the seed, then it is processed to 17 processes. It takes 7 days to generate one cashew which you eat in a minute. It is a processed food. And you are saying me, I am running a unit. What were my pointers? Now listen. My first legal pointer was non-speaking order. My second pointer was डिपार्टमेंट ने पीवी की थी. सर, जो चीज नोटिस में लिखी है, जिसके बेस पे रिजेक्शन होता है, जिसको आप आरयूडी नाम देते हो, सर उसे लीजिए तो सही. वो लेना आपका राइट है. वी फाइल्ड एन इंस्पेक्शन लेटर टू द डिपार्टमेंट, क्योंकि हमें तो इंस्पेक्शन लेटर की कॉपी मिली नहीं थी. और सर मजे की बात, डिपार्टमेंट ने जवाब क्या दिया? वी डू नॉट हैव एनी अदर डॉक्यूमेंट इन आवर फाइल. All the documents related to the case are already uploaded on the portal. None other document exists in physical form. And sir, online कागजों में physical PV, order में mention था PV हुई है, but PV की report RUD में नहीं थी. RUD not supplied to me. Officer ने कहा था, inverted duty structure क्यों दूं? 5% का rate है. My third legal contention, many courts of the country. Sir, law का gist समझिए. लॉ में कहीं नहीं लिखा सेक्शन 54 में कि सेम रेट होगा तो मैं रिफंड नहीं दूंगा. जो सर्कुलर 135 डिपार्टमेंट रेफर करना चाहता था, ऑर्डर में नहीं लिखा था. मुझे पता था कहां से पॉइंट उठा रहे हैं. 135 से मैं जवाब क्यों दूं कि आप मेरे पे 135 लगाना चाहते हो? बट अगर even for the sake of argument I consider you have picked the point from circular 135 which you have not mentioned in your order. सर, आज आप जी स्टेट की अपील फाइल करेंगे ना? दिस इज माय फर्स्ट पॉइंट. सर, ऑर्डर देता जो डिपार्टमेंट से हमें नोटिसेस आ रहे हैं उसमें लिखा है डीलर कैंसल्ड है, आपको आईटीसी नहीं मिलेगा. ऑफिसर्स के नोटिसेस में सेक्शन मेंशनड ही नहीं. 16(2)B का चार्ज है, 16(2)C का चार्ज है. क्या चार्ज है? उसने टैक्स पे नहीं किया. आपको ये डाउट है कि गुड्स का मूवमेंट ही नहीं हुआ, ये डाउट है. बस नोटिस 74 में है और डीलर कैंसल्ड है. हमें रिट फाइल करनी थी. वी वर टू चूज 16(2)C के साथ टैग कराए कि 16(2)B में टैग कराए. और सर, पोर्टल भी पूछेगा आपसे. आप जब अपील भरेंगे तो बोलेगा ऑफिसर ने जो सेक्शन और रूल मेंशन किया वो यहां लिखिए. मैंडेटरी फील्ड है सर. अब मैंडेटरी क्या करे? ऑफिसर ने तो ना सेक्शन लिखा है ना रूल लिखा है. इट मींस आपको अपनी जजमेंट लगानी पड़ेगी जब आप जी स्टैट की अपील फाइल करोगे कि ऑफिसर इसको किस में कवर करने की कोशिश कर रहा था. which we represent and which we object. अगर मेरा ग्राउंड ही ये है कि ऑफिसर हैज नॉट मेंशन्ड द सेक्शन एंड यू आर सेइंग मी मेंशन इट योरसेल्फ. Now, when you will upload statement of facts here, it's going to be detailed. Somebody asked me, my staff asked me, ma'am, कितने दूँ statement of facts? PH1I, PH2I, PH3I, मैंने reply दिया, उसने reply दिया, क्या सब mention करूँ? Sir, my question was, इस केस में तो मुझे PH के notices भी चाहिए. क्यों? मेरे ground of appeal में ground है कि मुझे appropriate PH नहीं दी गई. तो मुझे स्क्रीनशॉट लगाना है कि पीएच ऑनलाइन एनए आ रही है, नॉट एप्लीकेबल. और मैनुअल जो दी गई थी दैट वाज अ टेलीफोनिक वन, क्योंकि कोरोना का पीरियड था. सो इट्स एन आर्ट. अपने फैक्ट्स देखिए। अब इस पार्टी में भी हमने कहा कि वो जो सर्कुलर आया था वो ये एलईडी लाइट्स एंड सच अदर प्रोडक्ट्स में आया था, इनके रेट रिड्यूस हुए थे। गवर्नमेंट ने कहा जहां रेट रिडक्शन है मैं इन्वर्टेड ड्यूटी नहीं मानूंगी। सर 22 सितंबर को भी तो हुई थी रेट रिडक्शन, हुई थी ना 21 सितंबर 2025 के बाद। सो उनको नहीं मानेंगे। डिपार्टमेंट ने उसको एक्सटेंडेड मीनिंग दिया। डिपार्टमेंट ने क्या कहा था सर, हमने रिबट किया each and every point of the order that was mentioned. ऑफिसर ने कहा था HSN सेम नहीं है। सर मैंने सेटा की कॉपी लगाई, ऑफिसर पता कितने डिजिट HSN देख रहा था, 4। और HSN कितने डिजिट का होता है, तो देखते तो पता लग जाता शेल्ड और अनशेल्ड प्रोसेस्ड काजू और इवन रोस्टेड काजू डिफरेंट HSN में। ऑफिसर ने क्या कहा था, आपको इन्वर्टेड ड्यूटी क्यों मानूं, आपका इनपुट और आउटपुट का रेट सेम है, कहा था ना सर। इनपुट वर्ड नहीं है, क्या ये जेमिनाई पढ़ेगा, क्लॉड पढ़ेगा कि चैट जीपीटी पढ़ेगा, आई डोंट नो। द वर्ड इज इनपुट्स। The inputs rate is higher than the rate on output. And sir, inputs में तो मेरे tins भी आ रहे हैं, मेरे cartons भी आ रहे हैं. All those are inputs. Now compare. I gave a chart of all the inputs. The rate of inputs is higher than the rate of output. I am eligible. Sir, industry में जो काजू कच्चा होता है, which is a seed, which is an agri product, is a non-marketable substance. We make it marketable. It's a electricity bill, 990 kilowatt. I'm not a trading unit. 8,000 square yards is my unit. My manufacturing process, detailed I gave. Then my balance sheet showing a machinery of 12 crore WDV. I am not a trading unit. Sir, manufacture तो prove करने को मुझे कहा ही नहीं. मुझे तो कहा था you are trading. I am not trading. क्योंकि मैन्युफैक्चर तो 70 साल से कॉफी का नहीं प्रूव हो रहा. Be specific when you are going for the litigation. We ended up getting the favorable order, and it is not something which I am, sir, appellate authority उठ के मेरी PV करने नहीं आती. I brought the unit to the authority. I made a video. A video देखने से मना कर दें तो I click the photographs, put it in the reply, the document itself. Memorandum of appeal itself, at the back submissions. And when he saw, sir, 17 पैकेट कैरी किए थे मैंने रॉ मटेरियल से फाइनल प्रोडक्ट तक. पहले रॉ मटेरियल खोला, बोलते ये क्या है. मैंने कहा सर लास्ट खोल दूं, कहते हाँ. मैंने लास्ट खोला, बोलते ये तो कैशियो है. मैं कहा सर आप मेरा रॉ मटेरियल पहचान नहीं पा रहे हो. एंड द ऑफिसर राइट्स आई एम इनटू ट्रेडिंग. देन ही वाज इंटरेस्टेड टू नो द प्रोसेस कि ये 7 दिन लग रहे हैं. MSME, आत्मनिर्भर भारत साइट, all stating. So you need to go beyond certain things when you have to prove the case. And GST is the only final fact-finding authority which will listen to these points. Sir, उसके बाद हाई कोर्ट जो है, वो facts गलत हो सही हो, वो सिर्फ legal point उठाएगा. It ends here, right? So how we should present, I will show you one of the specimen of my appeal also. Various rules, various sections. मैं time period नहीं पढ़ाऊंगी. I know you can read 3 + 3 months. अच्छा, एक सबसे ज़्यादा query जो आती है, GST की first appeal लगाने का time period क्या है? सर इनसे पूछना जरा क्या है. Good morning sir. Sir good morning. हाँ, GST की सर पीछे. Yes. GST की फर्स्ट अपील लगाने का टाइम पीरियड क्या है? 90 days, 3 months. Order passed on 26 मार्च 2026. लास्ट डेट बता दीजिए. 26 मार्च 2026 लास्ट डेट बता दीजिए. हाँ सर, ट्रिब्यूनल नहीं पूछा, ट्रिब्यूनल नहीं पूछा, फर्स्ट अपील पूछा है. हाँ सर, एक ईयर जो शुरू होता है 1 जनवरी को, खत्म कब होता है? 31 मार्च को कि 1 जनवरी को? 31 दिसंबर को, ना कि 1. सर आई टेल यू इन शॉर्ट, और ट्रिब्यूनल के रूल्स में भी लिखा है. नॉर्मली आप पढ़ते हो एक्ट और रूल्स, ट्रिब्यूनल के लिए पढ़ने पड़ेंगे एक्ट, रूल्स एंड रूल्स. ट्रिब्यूनल हैज इट्स ऑन फाइलिंग रूल्स. ट्रांसलेशन देना है, सर्टिफाइड कॉपी देनी है, किसको साइन करनी है. मैं बीइंग एआर साइन कर सकती. पहली बात, मैं एआर हूं भी कि नहीं? कैन अ नॉन प्रैक्टिसिंग चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट बी एन एआर? आंसर इज नो. A practicing chartered can be an AR. If it is an employee of a company, then a separate thing. Sir, AR देखिए पहले. So there are many things. ये कहाँ लिखी हैं? ट्रिब्यूनल के अपने प्रोसीजरल रूल्स में लिखी है. 124 रूल्स हैं, 124. So these are the forms which are used. Sir, टाइम पीरियड जो था 26/3/2026 के ऑर्डर की लास्ट डेट बनेगी एग्जैक्ट 26/6/2026. रीजन, डे ऑफ ऑर्डर इज टू बी एक्सक्लूडेड. ये भी यही कहता है, डे ऑफ ऑर्डर इज टू बी एक्सक्लूडेड. तो 27 से शुरू होगा, 27 का महीना खत्म कब होगा? 26 को. सर 30 का मंथ है कि 31 का मंथ है, डज नॉट मैटर. कि 28 का मंथ है कि 29 का मंथ है. और सर 1 डे इवन मैटर्स. If your appeal of the first appellate authority is 4 months 1 day, trust me, appellate authority will not take it. Although you have jurisdictional high court. कोलकाता हाई कोर्ट एक ऐसा हाई कोर्ट है जिसने 6 से 7 जजमेंट्स दिए कि लिमिटेशन एक्ट का पीरियड लगा दिया जाएगा. बट ऑफिसर के पास 4 महीने के बाद फर्स्ट अपील को लेने का पावर एक्ट नहीं देता. इवन ऑन द सफिशिएंट कॉज बीइंग शोन. सफिशिएंट कॉज के बाद भी 1 मंथ. और ट्रिब्यूनल भी 3+3. सर ट्रिब्यूनल तो अपना डिले 3 महीने कंडोन कर सकता है, किसी और का कैसे होगा? इट इज नॉट लाइक इनकम टैक्स ट्रिब्यूनल विच हैज अनलिमिटेड पावर्स. नो, वहां तो 720 दिन, 10 साल, show the sufficient cause and get it done. सर यहाँ तो पर्सन की डेथ हो गई थी, sufficient cause था ना. If you want, take your case to the High Court. Get it in writ. And sir, there is a difference between writ and the normal hierarchy of High Court. Writ is the fundamental rights breach of that person, not applicable in rem to everyone. But जब आप hierarchy से High Court जाते हो तो वो जो जजमेंट्स आती हैं दैट कैरीज अ प्रेसिडेंशियल वैल्यू. और जब आप ट्राइब्यूनल की अपील्स करेंगे तो केयरफुल रहना, बीच में कोई प्लेस ऑफ सप्लाई का इशू तो नहीं है. सर प्लेस ऑफ सप्लाई का इशू सीधा आपको कोलकाता से उठाकर दिल्ली ले जाएगा और दिल्ली के बाद हाई कोर्ट भी नहीं आएगा, सीधा सुप्रीम कोर्ट. अब मेरे स्टाफ ने मुझे क्वेश्चन पूछा, मैम इतनी बड़ी अपील में सिर्फ 1 लाख रुपया या 10,000 रुपए प्लेस ऑफ सप्लाई का इशू. तो आई आस्क्ड हिम, प्लेस ऑफ सप्लाई का इशू है, जस्ट टेल मी द इशू. आंसर क्या आया? उसने ना आईटीसी की डिमांड निकाली है सी और एस में. मैंने तो सी और एस में आईटीसी ही नहीं लिया, मैंने तो आईजीएसटी में आईटीसी लिया हुआ है. दिस इज नॉट अ प्लेस ऑफ सप्लाई डिस्प्यूट, इट्स अ क्लरिकल एरर. It is the error of the department to generate the demand in under the head C and S rather than. So place of supply disputes क्या है? ये रेवेन्यू कोलकाता को बिलोंग नहीं करता था और उसमें स्टेट का इंटरफेरेंस रखा ही नहीं. क्यों? अभी तो चलो आपकी सेंटर और स्टेट दोनों सेम है, बट ना होती तो झगड़ा पड़ जाता. रेवेन्यू स्टेट को आना है. सर ने अभी क्वेश्चन पूछा था, रेंट पे क्या लगाओगे? अरे भाई साहब आईजीएसटी लगा देना, यहां से लगाओगे तो. फ्रॉम वेयर यू आर सप्लाइंग द सर्विसेज, माय ऑफिस इज हियर, चाहे मेरी प्रॉपर्टी वहां पे है, हाँ मैं वहां रजिस्ट्रेशन ले लूंगी तो नहीं. सो ये प्लेस ऑफ सप्लाई डिस्प्यूट्स, ये एक बार आ गए तो सीधा प्रिंसिपल बेंच और प्रिंसिपल बेंच के बाद सुप्रीम कोर्ट. सर नॉर्मली मेंबर 4 होंगे. लेट मी जस्ट शो यू ऑल्सो. हम वर्बल जो बातें करें, सर ये सारे चैप्टर है 15, 124 सेक्शन है और ये फॉर्म्स है. अभी किसी ने क्वेश्चन पूछा था, पावर ऑफ अटॉर्नी, वकालतनामा. सर सीए वकालतनामा नहीं दे सकता है, सीए ऑथराइजेशन लेटर देता है, ऑथराइजेशन लेटर का और मेमोरेंडम ऑफ अपील के साथ फॉर्म 4 का फॉर्मेट दिया गया है जीस्टेट रूल्स में। सीए कैन नॉट गिव वकालतनामा और ना ही हम देते हैं, राइट। मूविंग अहेड, इफ वी टॉक अबाउट समन्स बिफोर जीस्टेट का फॉर्मूला है, और सर जीएसटी में ना टाइम और लिटिगेशन दो ऐसी चीजें हैं जो हाथ में नहीं आती दोबारा। एक बार 4 मंथ्स निकल गए, दोबारा चक्कर काटते रह जाओगे, क्योंकि जब आप ये अपील, आपके कोलकाता से ही मुझे कुछ अपील्स आई हैं, उन्होंने मुझे बोला है मैम हम हाई कोर्ट गए थे, हाई कोर्ट ने कॉन्डोनेशन पे लेने से मना कर दिया, ट्रिब्यूनल दे नहीं पाएगा, वी आर रेमेडीलेस। सर मेक और डेवलप ऑल्टरनेटिव ग्राउंड रादर देन डायरेक्ट कॉन्डोनेशन व्हेन यू गो टू हाई कोर्ट। देयर कैन बी अदर फ्लॉज ऑल्सो, पीएच नहीं मिला है, देयर कैन बी अदर फंडामेंटल राइट ब्रीच ऑल्सो, जो आपका नोटिस, शो कॉज नोटिस में वो पॉइंट नहीं था, देयर कैन बी न्यूमरस अदर थिंग्स rather than going directly on condonation. Second, tribunal has a limited power. हाँ, tribunal communication हुआ है कि नहीं चेक कर सकता है। बेम्बिनो इंडस्ट्रीज का जजमेंट आया है, सर्विस कर दी। सर अभी बेम्बिनो सुप्रीम कोर्ट में चैलेंज्ड भी है, बेम्बिनो का जजमेंट, शार्प का जजमेंट आया, मैंने पोर्टल पे डाल दिया, मैंने पोर्टल खोला ही नहीं, मेरा तो नंबर ही कैंसल्ड था। This is a service as per section 169 but not a communication. सेक्शन 169 पे मैंने मल्टीपल केस लॉस दिए, सर फेवर भी दिए, अगेंस्ट भी। लिटिगेशन इज एन आर्ट, आई ऑलवेज रीड द अगेंस्ट जजमेंट्स ऑल्सो। अब आपको पता है ये इलेक्ट्रिसिटी का इशू वर्ल्ड वाइड क्या ऑल अक्रॉस इंडिया चल रहा है, क्यों? सर एयरपोर्ट अथॉरिटी ऑफ इंडिया ने शॉप्स रेंट पे दे रखी हैं, रेंट भी लेते हैं, साथ में इलेक्ट्रिसिटी ले रहे हैं एक्चुअल बेसिस। आईटी पार्क्स, मॉल्स, शॉप से रेंट लेते हैं, साथ में रिकवरी ऑफ सब मीटर्स लगे हैं, सब मीटर की रीडिंग के अकॉर्डिंग एक्चुअल ले रहे हैं। स्टिल the department is making the additions despite the circular given by the department. There are 2 paragraphs of the circular, 3.2 and 3.3. 3.2 says it's a composite supply. However, if you prove कि प्योर एजेंट था तो बाहर आ जाओगे। सर डिपार्टमेंट कहता है प्योर एजेंट वाला नहीं, मैं तो कॉम्पोजिट सप्लाई को काउंट करता हूँ एडिशन में। और अगर जो अपील हम फाइल करेंगे हम उसमें वही रीएट्रिएट करेंगे तो वो तो उसने पहले भी नहीं माना। तो व्हाट शुड यू डू? रीड द ऑर्डर केयरफुली। उसका पॉइंट देखिए, अब उसने क्या लिखा था, ये कॉम्पोजिट सप्लाई। आई काउंटर्ड दैट। कॉम्पोजिट सप्लाई का मतलब होता है 2 टैक्सेबल सप्लाईज or the amount which I am spending as a pure agent, you being a chartered accountant paying the tax of some other person, it is not a supply, it is a reimbursement, sir. अच्छा, exempt supply का पार्ट बनेगी? अगेन 2 ही ऑप्शन है, हाँ या ना? नो सर, एंड आई विल शो यू। सर करोड़ों की exempt supply 9 में दिखाई गई है, whereas whatever supply you are giving as a pure agent is not a supply at all, not to be shown in the exempt supply. So उसके पॉइंट उठाइए जो ऑर्डर में लिखे, क्यों उसने बात नहीं मानी, क्या कारण दिया? कारण नहीं दिया तो नॉन स्पीकिंग है। और सर ग्राउंड्स को हमेशा डिफरेंशिएट करिए, पीएच नहीं दी है एटसेट्रा एटसेट्रा, ये जो ग्राउंड्स है ना ये सिर्फ केस को रिमांड बैक कराते हैं। हमें रिमांड बैक नहीं, हमें ऑर्डर्स चाहिए। सो अपने ग्राउंड्स को लीगली और फैक्चुअली स्ट्रॉन्ग करिए। आपको जो मैंने 73, 74 का एग्जांपल दिया था ना, स्टर्लिंग एंड विल्सन पहली जजमेंट है सर जो जी स्टैट ने दी है। जो बात आपके लोअर फोरम पे नहीं सुनी जा रही थी ना, पहले तो उसकी फर्स्ट एपेलेट ने सुनी। पार्टी कहती थी मेरी कुछ रिकंसिलेशंस है, क्रेडिट नोट्स हैं जो इस पीरियड में नहीं इस पीरियड में आने थे, इन्होंने तो मुझे 74 में नोटिस दे दिया। सर फॉर्चून पहले वाले सेक्शन में कह रहे थे, पहले वाले डेलिब्रेशन में ब्रेव, फॉर्चून फेवर्स द ब्रेव, जब उन्होंने नाम का भी मतलब बताया था विक्रम, ब्रेव, फॉर्चून फेवर्स द ब्रेव, द लॉ ऑल्सो फेवर्स द ब्रेव हु हैज द पॉइंट टू चैलेंज इट। इन इंडिया 0.1 इज द लिटिगेशन रेट, रेस्ट वेट, कब उसका जजमेंट आएगा अपने ऊपर लगाएंगे. सो व्हाट आई वांट टू हाईलाइट कि यू नीड टू गो इनटू द डेप्थ, गिव द पॉइंट वाइज रिप्लाई एंड यू शुड डिफरेंशिएट कौन सा रिमांड बैक कराएगा. सर उस केस में भी यही हुआ, 74 में नोटिस इशू हुआ, फर्स्ट एपेलेट ने कह दिया हां जी 74 का नोटिस गलत है, ये किस में जाना चाहिए, 73 में. और सर पता है कितना बड़ा बेनिफिट है, क्या होगा, पेनल्टी कितनी आ जाएगी, 100% से 10%. एम आई राइट? सर जी 128 से भूल गए, 128 is still alive. It was not an amnesty scheme. It is a section introduced in the law. अब 74 से 73 कन्वर्जन हुई है तो मैं 128A का बेनिफिट भी ले सकती हूं. पेनल्टी एंड इंटरेस्ट ऑल्सो जीरो. Are you getting? 74 to 73 conversion is such a big thing. Sir, first authority ने कर दिया था स्टर्लिंग एंड विल्सन में, बोल दिया था, पर जानते गलती क्या की, कौन सा सेक्शन है जिसमें कन्वर्जन होता है, कौन सा सेक्शन है सर, 75 सब सेक्शन 2. सर उसमें एक पॉइंट लिखा था, ये हमारे 2 ट्रिब्यूनल के मेंबर्स बैठे हैं और ये हमारे फर्स्ट अपील बैठे हैं. फर्स्ट अपील सर ने कहा ये ऑर्डर 74 में नहीं आना चाहिए था, 73 में आना चाहिए था, पेनल्टी हो गई 10%. चलिए अब ये मैटर गया ट्रिब्यूनल के पास, ट्रिब्यूनल बोलता है करेक्ट, फर्स्ट एपेलेट अथॉरिटी 73 में आना चाहिए, upheld to that extent, but order set aside. You know why? 75(2) says redetermination not to be done by the first appellate authority but by the AO. आपने कैसे रीडिटर्मिन कर दिया? अच्छा, फर्स्ट एपेलेट अथॉरिटी रिमांड बैक कर सकती है कि इसको, यस और नो? नो सर, फर्स्ट अपील अथॉरिटी कैन नॉट रिमांड बैक. अगर मैंने रिफंड की अपील लगाई थी तो रिमांड बैक नहीं कर सकती. फर्स्ट एपेलेट अथॉरिटी आपको रिफंड सैंक्शन या रिजेक्ट खुद ही करना पड़ेगा. हाँ, आप रिपोर्ट मंगवा सकते हो एओ से, तो यहां पे भी रीडिटर्मिनेशन करवा कर एओ से रिपोर्ट मंगवानी चाहिए थी और ऑर्डर देना चाहिए था. पर ट्रिब्यूनल कहते हैं मेंबर्स कि आपने तो खुद ही रीडिटर्मिनेशन कर दी, हेंस द केस इज रिमांडेड बैक टू द एओ. आई हैव गिवन दीज in this PPT also, which I will share with you all. Now let me come back to the original. मेरी पर्ची आने वाली है, हाँ आ गई है, आ गई है. अभी तो मैं शुरू भी नहीं हुई थी, अभी तो मेरा मोमेंटम बना था. हाँ देखा कितनी फिक्र है, दोबारा टिकट के पैसे खर्चने पड़ जाएंगे. नो सर, आई एम जस्ट किडिंग. चलिए जल्दी से देखते हैं, ये सारे फॉर्म्स दिए गए हैं. अच्छा, आपने अपील नहीं की, डिपार्टमेंट अपील कर सकता है, 20 लाख की लिमिट है, 20 लाख. और सर वो 20 लाख पढ़ना कैसे है, पूरा सर्कुलर 207 दिया हुआ है, कहां इंटरेस्ट आएगा, कहां पेनल्टी आएगी. और इसमें मैंने प्री डिपॉजिट के एग्जांपल भी दिए हैं कि इंटरेस्ट और पेनल्टी जुड़ेगा कि नहीं जुड़ेगा. अच्छा एक बात बताना, इज अपील माय स्टैट्यूटरी राइट, इज अपील माय वेस्टेड राइट, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल राइट, यस और नो? जल्दी जल्दी बोलो, 5 मिनट यथे ही निकल जाने हैं. जी नहीं, अपील का राइट स्टैट्यूटरी राइट है, स्टैट्यूट नहीं देगा तो मैं अपील नहीं कर सकती. अगर आपका आंसर सही होता तो फिर तो ये सेक्शन ही ना होता नॉन अपीलेबल ऑर्डर्स. इसमें ऑर्डर्स हैं, ऑर्डर ऑफ सीजर, ऑर्डर ऑफ ट्रांसफर, ऑर्डर ऑफ प्रोसिक्यूशन, ऑर्डर अंडर सेक्शन 80 इंस्टॉलमेंट बना की है. बट यू कैन नॉट अपील अगेंस्ट दीज ऑर्डर बिकॉज स्टैट्यूट हैज मेड इट नॉन अपीलेबल. राइट नाउ सर 3+3 का टाइम पीरियड है. एक चीज और, आपकी आंसर आप लोगों से चाहिए. आपकी पार्टी की एक ब्रांच पंजाब में है, आपकी पार्टी की दूसरी ब्रांच कोलकाता में है, और दोनों जगह एक ही इशू चल रहा है. पता है क्या? CSR एक्टिविटी, कॉर्पोरेट सोशल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी का ITC मिलेगा कि नहीं, मुझे बता दीजिए. अपील किसके पास लगाओगे, कोलकाता बेंच के प्रिंसिपल बेंच। इतना सन्नाटा। सर, if your issues are pending across state and involves any question of law to be determined in all the cases, then it will move to principal bench. If it is a question of fact, then it will not go to the bench. Sir, क्वेश्चन ऑफ लॉ क्या है, क्वेश्चन ऑफ फैक्ट क्या है, उसकी एग्जांपल्स मैंने यहां दी हैं। टोटल 31 स्टेट बेंचेस बने हैं एट 44 और 45 डिफरेंट लोकेशंस। ये यहां की लोकेशंस है। कौन सा एरिया किस में आएगा ऑलरेडी अलॉट हो चुका है, मेंबर्स अपॉइंट हो चुके हैं, वीपी डेजिग्नेट हो चुके हैं। एंड ये देखिए, कोलकाता, पंजाब, दिल्ली, उत्तर प्रदेश, सेम और डिफरेंट पैन इवन। सर, इवन डिफरेंट पैन। If it involves question of law, it will be transferred to the principal bench, New Delhi. उसके बाद हाई कोर्ट नहीं आएगा, डायरेक्टली सुप्रीम कोर्ट। Now, apart from that, रीजन मैं ऑलरेडी बता चुकी हूं। सर, आपका अच्छा, आपकी अपील कितने लोग सुनेंगे? 1 के 2 के 3 के 4? 1 2 3 4, 3 मिनट रह गए। हाँ जी, 1 2 3 4। 1 आपका 1 को भेज देंगे। किसी को 2 लगता है? 2 4 भी हैं। सर, अपील विल बी हर्ड बाय 1 जुडिशियल मेंबर एंड 1 टेक्निकल मेंबर। एक बेंच में टेक्निकल मेंबर स्टेट बैठेंगे, एक बेंच में टेक्निकल मेंबर सेंटर बैठेंगे। अब आपको कौन सा ज्यादा अच्छा लगता है वो मुझे नहीं पता। सेंटर। चलो, एक में टेक्निकल जेएम के साथ टेक्निकल मेंबर स्टेट, एक में जेएम के साथ टेक्निकल मेंबर सेंटर बैठेंगे। आपकी अपील का कोरम सुनने का जो सिटिंग होगी बेंच की, वो 2 मेंबर्स की होगी। बट जहां इन्वॉल्वमेंट ऑफ टैक्स 50 लाख तक होगी और कोई क्वेश्चन ऑफ लॉ नहीं होगा, फैक्ट्स होगा, वहां पे क्यूमुलेटिव करके आपकी अपील सिंगल मेंबर सुनेगा। SMB, सिंगल मेंबर बेंच विल हर्ड द मैटर। स्क्रूटनाइज कौन करेगा? फिल्टर लगाएगा डिवीजन बेंच। सर, डेज बताए गए हैं, कौन कौन से डेज में वो चेक करेंगे ये SMB पे जाएगा कि नहीं जाएगा। आपका बेंच चेक करेगा, डिवीजन बेंच चेक करेगा, वाइस प्रेसिडेंट उसको। सर, हर बेंच के वाइस वीपी होंगे, प्रेसिडेंट 1, वीपी मल्टीपल्स। सो ये कैटेगरीज है जो केसेस डिवाइड किए जाएंगे और कैसे सुने जाएंगे। सर, दे आर नाउ इनटू द वर्किंग मोड। यू नीड टू गेयर अप। योर डेट्स आर कमिंग एंड इट्स अ सी क्वेश्चन ऑफ लॉ क्या है, क्वेश्चन ऑफ फैक्ट क्या है, क्या मिक्स्ड सप्लाई, कॉम्पोजिट सप्लाई क्वेश्चन ऑफ लॉ है, क्वेश्चन ऑफ फैक्ट है। वही सेम क्वेश्चन लॉ भी बनता है और फैक्ट भी बनता है। सो वी नीड टू चेक दी, इट इज नॉट मेयरली फाइलिंग ऑफ फॉर्म। एक छोटा सा क्वेश्चन पूछूं सर, जीएसटी ट्रिब्यूनल में लिटिगेशन बहुत महंगी है। आप आज यहां आ गए सेमिनार में, हेयरिंग लगी है, या चलो मैं आ गई, हेयरिंग लग गई पीछे, लेट्स सपोज फ्राइडे था। सर, इवन 1 एडजर्नमेंट कॉस्ट मिनिमम 5,000 रुपीज। 5,000 रुपए की एडजर्नमेंट है, 5,000 रुपए की अर्ली फिक्सेशन है। और अगर आप कोई अपील लगा रहे हैं 40,000, 80,000 की, तो मिनिमम फीस 5,000 रुपीज। So, you need to consider these points and how the arguments need to be framed. Sir, इसमें मैंने specific क्या anomalies है फॉर्म में, हमें कैसे grounds of appeal बनाने चाहिए, all those pointers are already given, so which you can refer. Thank you so much for the patient listening. इसके बाद आमा के सेंट्रल कोलकाता जोदी आबार डाके आमी कोथा दिची आमी आबार आशबो भालो भालो आचे। थैंक यू सो मच।
We will have a question answer just after some small break related to, we have with us IDBI First Bank IDFC First Bank officers, Mr. Alok Mandal and Shubhravato Das, please come on the desk. They have a special product for CA related to banking sectors. So we have just 5 to 10 minutes with them. Yeah, please. Then after that, we will have a question and answer session with our both. No, कोई issue नहीं. यहाँ पर ही होगा. PPT यहाँ पर कुछ हम स्टेज में कोई issue है? या अपनी is having the flight at 3 p.m. Yeah, vote of thanks by Nitesh ji on that.
Very thank you, Achal ji. You came, she caught flight at 10 o'clock night, then changed yesterday only. Then changed flight again at Delhi at 1 o'clock at night, reached here at 5 o'clock. Then went to Kalighat, now here, 3 o'clock she has to reach. So big round of applause for her, taking all the pains. Thank you so much. And we'll again call you. So we will again take question and answer sessions. Sushil ji is with us. Thank you.
Yes, sir. IDFC, please.
A very good afternoon to all the members. Thank you so much, sir, for inviting us on the dais. We'll just take 5 to 10 minutes to explain our products in brief. So our journey started in 2015. So if we talk about the bank's mission and vision, we want to build a world-class bank guided by ethics, customer-first values, and driven by technology, and also doing social good. So we'll touch base on the technology part in our latest slide. Mission is to touch the lives of millions of Indians in a positive manner. And our brand promise is always you first. So we treat our customers on a priority basis. So just to touch base on the journey of IDFC First Bank, it was IDFC Bank. It got merged with Capital First, and hence in 2018, a bank called IDFC First Bank was formed. So just to highlight a few pointers, we are the industry first in many of the innovations which is prevalent nowadays in banking system. For example, monthly interest credit. We were the first bank to introduce monthly interest credit. Later on, few of the other banks had also introduced this format. So we give monthly 6.5% interest in savings account, up and above of 3 lakh rupees of balance maintenance. Below 3 lakhs is 3%. So we are the industry first in this particular parameter. Credit card to offer low and dynamic interest rate. Like in credit card, if you are availing a loan through your credit card, it would be a dynamic interest rate. So it can vary between 0.75 per month to 2.99. It's not a static interest rate. Again, it was an industry first innovation. Interest-free cash withdrawal on credit card up to 48 hours. So you can withdraw cash. There would only be a transaction fee which would be charged, which is again 199 plus GST. Other than that, there won't be any charge. Obviously, you have to pay the money back within the stipulated time. Industry first, FASTag with 3-in-1 benefits. If you look at the FASTag, nowadays, not only tolls in parking, in a shopping mall, when you pass through, you can obviously pay your bill through the FASTag, pay your parking fees through the FASTag. So again, it was the industry first innovation from our end. So reward points, obviously you can redeem your reward points through your credit card and your debit cards. Integrated app for both individual and business. So this is a very important point for professionals like chartered accountants. You might have multiple accounts across the family, across your professional current accounts and HUF, maybe savings account, maybe trust accounts. So as a customer, if you log into your mobile banking or net banking, you will be able to access all the accounts wherein you are the holder at one go. You don't need to log in through separate mobile banking apps for all the accounts you are holding, be it a HUF, be it a trust account, be it a current account, maybe a proprietorship, a partnership, a private limited or a limited company or LLP, or maybe a savings account. So this is a very important point for all the people who are having multiple accounts spread across. So we also innovated single platform for trade transactions and forex rates. This is again industry first innovation. So I'll just skip this slide. We are a universal bank. We provide all kinds of facilities a bank should provide, such as savings, current account, loans, various kinds of loans, SME loans, corporate loans, NRI banking. So we provide all kinds of services, hence we are a universal bank. So this slide is specially for chartered accountants. We offer a dynamic professional current account for chartered accountants. Over here, we provide free cash deposit up to 10 times of the AMB maintained in the account. It's an absolutely zero balance account for a chartered accountant. And anywhere banking, you can transact anywhere across India. We don't have any home branch theory. Your every branch is a home branch to you. All-in-one app, again, just as explained, the app is featured with most of the services which you require on a day-to-day basis. Perhaps maybe only cash deposit and cash withdrawal is left out. Other than that, you can avail all the benefits through this one app. We have a WhatsApp banking facility for chartered accountants. When you open an account, you can also get your services through WhatsApp number. And beyond banking services, we have a tie-up with many institutions. You can avail discounts on certain requirements which you might have. I'll go to that slide even. So this is a very interesting slide for current account customers. We provide a Bravo facility. We call it a Bravo facility, wherein if you keep balances in your current account, even that will provide you interest through sweep in, sweep out fixed deposit. Uniqueness of our bank is that we do not charge premature penalty on the fixed deposit which is getting swept out. Like many of the banks charge, we don't charge premature penalty. Again, the FD is automatically booked for 370 days, and present rate of interest is 6.5%. As long as you keep, if you keep it for 6 months, and obviously when you want to make a payment, it should get swept out, but then we won't be charging any penal interest on that. So these are few of the parameters for Bravo fixed deposit. I'll just run through the slide once. So like any other universal bank, we provide business banking solutions, net banking, online TFX platform, structured solutions, working capital solutions, and startup banking. We are very much focused into startup banking. So these are the retail solutions which we provide both on payments and collection side, including payment gateway, structured solutions again, FDI, transactions, and anything else. This is what I was mentioning 2 slides back. Beyond banking segment, we have tie-ups with many corporates. And as a customer of IDFC First Bank, you can also avail benefits of these, products if you at all need it. So I'll call upon Alok sir for a small slide on business loan.
Yeah, thank you so much, Shubho, and good afternoon to everyone here. Just we wanted to bring here some unsecured products that we have, especially for professionals and self-employed businessmen. So I'm just showing only one slide. This slide shows that we provide term loan and drop line overdraft to self-employed professionals, to businessmen, self-employed businessmen, and we have come with a very tailor-made offer to especially to self-employed, to salaried professionals at 9.99 rate of interest. So we fund up to 1 crore. We can see in the slide for all professionals as well as self-employed. That's it from our side.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Any question related to GST? Sushil sir is with us. Otherwise, we will close the session. Thank you. So, thanks a lot, Sushil sir, for giving us your time and enlightening with us with the GST litigation and all. Thank you. Thanks a lot, sir. We will gather again at around 2 p.m. for the third session. Thank you.